Hello everybody, good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Thursday, welcome, welcome. Oh, hi Lucy, you coming in? Oh yeah, that's a good spot. Hello everybody, Saga, thank you very much for the 59-month resub. Woohoo! Remix October 8th, is it the 8th? Maybe, I thought it was the 7th. Maybe it's like a 7th and A, 8th EU kind of thing. Nordrasil, 100 gift subs. My goodness. Holy. Wow, what's the occasion? Thank you. We should hit that one. Thank you very, very much. Holy moly. Congrats to those who picked him up. That must be just about everyone, huh? Oh, man. Wow. Look at that. Ad-free viewing for all of the early crowd. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Wow. September. It is September. That is true. Thanks so much. Oh, you know what we didn't do yet? We didn't do the EcoDome. That's right. I was trying to figure out what I was going to get up to today. And I didn't, I had a couple of ideas, but not like a concrete plan. But we haven't done our EcoDome weekly yet, so that's a good place to start. Gotta support the content and the new Hazel Ink. Thank you so much. You're floating us right now. Can use Hazel Cry on other channels. Is that the emote of choice? It's a good one. That's one of the ones that I drew a bajillion years ago. Holy moly. How's everybody doing today? Wait, let's see. Is that anything? No, it's just a face content. Okay. I guess we can teleport there. I had some notions about coming out to Koresh to do, I have like, how many of these Animapod things? Where did they go? They're around here somewhere. Energy? Oh, there they are. 13 of 20 devoured energy pods from the Devourer invasions. And I figure if I hang around Koresh, I'm more likely to notice those when they're up. It's usually what happens, is I'm just like noodling around out here and we see something going on. But maybe we'll see something while we're doing EcoDome weeklies. I off stream yesterday went and did all of my Undermine weeklies, so you guys don't have to watch me do that this week, at least not in my main, unless we get carried away with Chetliston. I got lucky. I got 2 miscellaneous Mechanica from my Paragon cache that I got this week, so we're at 20. And in just 5 more, I'll be able to get my first thing. And also, we're only, 93 away from being done? Ooh. Here, let's pick up all of the dailies here. And if we have a ray racing challenge. Okay. I need to not turn that in. I think because it's just like a quest that you have, I think that you're safe to finish it. And if you do complete it, you can just abandon it, pick it up again. I need to not turn that in until I've managed to complete the challenge mode version, because there's one achievement that I want because it's part of the EcoDome succession. It's part of the let me see. Just show them all. Ecological, otherworldly ecologist, stability, variety. It's in here somewhere. Brokers don't care how you win. We need this for the meta. I don't know if it's going to be part of the bigger meta, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was. So I need to defeat the zooming Necro-Ray in a challenging race. I've been told that one of the ways to do that is just to ignore the arrows and just go straight to the end. Part of my problem, though, is I don't know where the end is. The brokers really do not care how you win. Okay. Should I do, should I do any other quests just to get them off my map or something like that? What do you want? Replacement Guardian Bot Summit. It was so funny last time how we managed to get the snakes like fully established on the first day that we recruited them. Something was not working quite right. I'm not here to complain, but started halfway through another strange book, decided I need them both as physical copies. Very nice. You've been busy. Let's see. We're gonna get a little picture of this one. I wonder if it takes like a screenshot to your screenshot folder like the selfie cam does, if there's just a folder on my computer somewhere that has a bunch of really badly aimed shots of my gnome with a bunch of bugs. This one, that's the selfie camera. We don't want that one. We were gonna do, I don't even know if I'm gonna do this, to be honest with you. I don't think we need to do that many dailies. So is there any other strat aside from just beeline for the end point for the Necro-Ray racing thing? Is that pretty much it? Oh, there's a lot of bees right here. yeah. Well, that's a little better than what I was doing. I also kind of want to see if there's any... I kind of want to see... Oh, there's 2 bountiful delves up in Isle of Dorn today, so I could do those. And that would be good work on my delve achievements, but also it would be a chance while I'm in there at... I didn't even know Sir Cudington was in that shot. I was kind of looking for the other camera, to be honest with you. It would be a good way to have a chance at... I want to do those delves whenever they're up, just for chances at Alanira shards. They don't have to be bountiful for Alanira shards, but it just, you know, if I'm working on the meta for bountiful delves anyways, it seems like a nice place to double dip. Comments were saying that you need to wait close to the end line until you get a glimpse of the necro-ray, otherwise it won't count. Ooh, okay. Alright. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to finish taking pictures here. I need to find another bunch of bumblebees one at a time. This is a terrible idea. And then pull up the Wowhead comments, maybe? What do you want? Oh, she has to come with me. For reasons. Going hard in the books lately. Dad's a reader as well. Doesn't mind it too much. It's wonderful. It's nice to be able to share stuff like that with your parents. We're going... Honestly, sometimes I forget. If it weren't for the phase conduit pad, I would forget where, like, the quest giver is. This way. How you doing this morning, kitty cat? I was playing with Moose in the yard today, and this morning, and then I needed him to come back inside because it was time to come in and have breakfast. And it's always... Moose is starting to realize that he's not unleashed when I let him out in the yard, so, like, he doesn't have to come back inside in, like, a, you know, being tethered to you kind of sense that he used to do when he was on a leash all the time. So, you know, for a while I was just able to get him to follow me because he was kind of glued to me, and then I was able to kind of bribe him in, and now he's starting to get pickier. He's like, well, I know you want me to come in, so I have the negotiating power, so what's in it for Moose? So you have to kind of, like... talk him into it with like a treat or something. And this morning I wouldn't feel like doing that, but I know that sometimes he gets really jealous if I'm giving attention to the cat. So, and Kitty happened to be by the door anyway, so I went inside and I left the door open, and then I made like the biggest fuss about Kitty, and then she was looking at me like, you're being extra, this is weird, but I was giving her lots of pets, so she didn't mind too much. And Moose came in and was like, what about Moose? And I was like, haha, I got you. Moose has a yard now. He does have a backyard now. It's terribly exciting. We had our coffee out there this morning. It was nice. We just moved a couple of weeks ago. Thank you. Staying up. Congrats, Hazel. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. I want to pick two more pictures of bugs. I want to do about 50 million things to my yard, but I need to make sure I'm like splitting my time correctly with all kinds of other stuff that I need to do, because I'm not retired, so I need to, like, you know, make sure we're spending some time streaming and spending some time. I should, you know, stand on top of stuff. Let me see. The Real Nazar, thank you very much for the brand new Prime sub. Appreciate it. Hopefully internet doesn't die 10 minutes after joining stream today like I did yesterday. Oh no. Oh dear. Yeah, streaming's good. We like that. Yeah. I'm having fun this week. I'm feeling so much better. I think that's part of it, is that I'm feeling like a human being again. And it's nice. Plus I'm getting all comfy, and every day I get like a tiny bit more like settled in, like I'm moving stuff here and there, or like I'll hang a picture or like scooch a chair or something, and every little thing that I do makes it feel just like a tiny bit more like me, which is nice. Sound like a human being again, I approve. I was starting to think I was never going to feel better ever again. I never had a cold that lasted for like 2+ weeks before. I didn't care for it. We're going to head over here. Man, it's going to be fall, so I have fall pruning to do in my garden beds. I'm trying to like do a little bit here and there, but there's like a lot that needs to be done, so I need to make a project of it at some point. Oh, another 5 gift subs. Thank you very, very much. You've given a total of 460. You must be like our lifetime leader for gift subs. There's no way that you're not, just in case we missed anyone. It's the first thing you want to put in the ground. I already put a couple things in the ground because I brought my Japanese maples with me. I've had a couple of Japanese maples that I've been holding on to that were on my balcony for years. And I brought them with me, and I wanted to put them in the ground. So I've been finding spots, and I've been digging little holes and putting them in the ground. I keep thinking that no, train of thought gone. Train of thought gone. It's pretty rocky soil around here, but that's okay. I need to I wanna really like get my composting, my different methods of dueling compost going. It'll be very fun and exciting. Oh, is that a bug skitter? Oh no, hang on, there's too many things I'm doing. It's too exciting. I also have a little boxwood, which is sort of like a shrubby thing with small leaves that are good for turning into bonsai trees, but also good if you just want to have like a shrub, or you could trim them into topiaries. They're like a popular shrub for making like carved hedges and stuff. I don't know what I want to do with it. It's like yay big. It's not that big. Although it does grow pretty rapidly, even through heavy neglect. Another 40, holy smokes! That's, you don't understand. That's so many. That's so many. Oh, I appreciate it very much. And even 500. Holy moly. Thank you so much. Oh man, that helps a lot. I think that basically covers the entire dip that I had while I was sick. That's amazing. What a stream homie, right? Is that making tea and toast to enjoy with Hazel Stream got gifted us so? Thanks. What's your go-to kind of toast? I'm a big sourdough toast girly, but I've been experimenting with all the different kinds of bread I can find here, and they're all good so far. I'm drained. I think I'm fishing without paying attention to my bobber, and I'm not. It's important to do it properly. Whole wheat sourdough. Nope, not paying enough attention to catch the fish. Hi, kitty. Kitty Nordersill gave us a bajillion subs. Yeah. We can't afford to pay the we had a heating and cooling expert come by and take a look at everything and help us come up with a plan. We're gonna get a quote for that, but trying to get a little heat pump action before the winter comes. Show off those emotes if you got them. Discovered a new pickle today. I am happy. What kind of a pickle did you discover? People pickle all kinds of things. I've never pickled anything. I bought a jar of pickles, but I haven't cracked them open yet. Nice harvest grain bread from Co-op for toast this morning. Oh, lovely. Hazel icicle, no bueno. Yeah. Plus, if if we get it set up, then next summer when it's hot, I can just have heat pumps. They do both. They can air condition too, which is kind of fancy. I've never had. Never had air conditioning actually. A couple apartments ago, randomly had it. I didn't. That was pretty fancy. Don't know how to best support streams. Don't use mobile since some money's taken out for Google Play and whatnot. No, you're doing absolutely fantastic. Posted a picture of Discord. The Cornichons? Haven't had them before. They were good. Large jars, established favorite already. Alright, I fished up the hydrobites, so that's good. Let's go photograph the queen bee. These are cute dailies. I will give them that. Once you've kind of done all of the campaign to get established, the dailies are cute. They're cute and fun, and they don't take too long. It's just the initial questing that is needed to get things sorted. Okay, petting her is not documenting her. Those are different things. Second pronunciation is the correct one, I think. Kitty cat. Yeah. And then we're gonna go. Who's over here? Oh, I have both races up, so we could finish this achievement. That's terribly exciting. I want to get these other quests, just kind of, at least the ones in this area, done, just to kind of clean up my map a little bit, just to make me feel better. I think is what I'm after here. So I'm looking for perfect bug and a witch hat. That's exactly what we're after here. I do think that with running around in a yard every day instead of just going for on-leash walks, though, I think my dog gets dirtier than he used to. He's a little smelly. I gotta give him a bath. I gotta get the hose out and give him a bath. And I don't know what he's gonna think about it because you know, up until this point, and we could still do this, but up until this point in my life, whenever I've given Moose a bath, I've run like a half full tub of like gentle lukewarm water. I have like a little container I use to gently pour, you know, water over him to rinse him because he didn't like the nozzle. Because he's just a little bit of a skittish boy. And I think what we're going to do is just take him out on leash, wear swimsuits, have one person hold a leash and the other person have at him with the shampoo and the hose. And I don't know. Find a warm part of the day. What are we collecting today? Good morning. I am currently doing I'm washing birds. I'm doing my EcoDome dailies to get my weekly done for a chance at pets from that box. But I also, it looks like both of the, racing quests are up right now, so I would love to get the achievement done for the meta. That is not what I need. That's something to do with Hecatimos. How you uber pamper your dog? Well, he's been uber pampered up until this point. His life might change, and I don't know what he's gonna think about. I don't know how it's gonna go, but he smells, so he needs a bath. Kitty Rotten, thank you so much for a gift sub. Appreciate it. Oh, Jerry posted sourish pickles, also cloves of garlic, fair chunk of red pepper. Small type of pickling cucumber, I think. Gotcha. Hi. You're so cute. All right, we're cleaning birds. Yeah, let's turn in a few quests and see where we're at on the weekly. Never washed a big dog. Grew up with 2 mini schnauzers. They loved being washed. We're down for anything that meant getting attention. Yeah, Moose he's a good boy. He's very sweet. He just gets like antsy. Like he just gets skittish. Like he always used to try to jump out of the tub. It wasn't like he was in major distress or anything. He just decided it wasn't to his liking and he was going to be leaving. And then of course, you can't have him jumping out of the tub. So like one person is playing defense trying to stop this like 75-pound sopping wet shepherd mix from leaping, soaking into the bathroom. It's fun. It's a team sport. I don't know what I would do if it was just me. It's really a 2-person job. See you later, buddy. He's had enough of listening to me talk about bathing him. Hype chest. Hello from the hospital. Partner recovering from back surgery. Enjoying Moose stories. Oh, I hope recovery goes very smoothly. What, food mat, lick mat, suction to the shower wall? Tried that. Been there. Doesn't care. Doesn't care. Nothing I can put on that would interest him beyond not wanting to be in the bathtub. I tried right on the shower wall, and I also have like this suction cup licky mat. I tried peanut butter. I tried wet cat food. Does not care. You can kind of sort of, what we used to do that sort of kind of worked is we got like a little tin of like wet fancy dog food that we never give him aside from in the bath, and that used to be his bath meal. And then I would be washing the dog, and partner who was playing defense would be hand feeding him little globs of this like stinky, wet, gross dog food. And that would kind of sort of hold his attention. More like, not fully, like he would still prefer to escape, but he will accept this food if it is being hand offered to him. We might have spoiled him a teeny tiny bit. He's kind of our baby. Simo's kind of funny. I know, I just saw that one. I thought, is that supposed to be me? Where did it go? Here, hang on. I think I can do it if I shift click it. I don't know how to use Twitch emotes. Oh, I did it. There we go. Oh, you know the store is good when you have to bust out the Translate app on your phone to know what you're buying. Fancy. Okay, so that's the slate back racing. Moose cannot decide if he's coming inside or not. He keeps walking in and out of the front of the room. That is you. Oh man, I might need to put some more, put a little more hustle into my content and make some extra cash. I have so many more things to spend money on now. When I was renting, I was like, well, I made rent and I got some savings and my car's in good shape. I'm just going to take a nap. But now there's so many things I could do for the house if I really wanted to. Hustle, you say? I'm just talking a big game. We all know I'm going to take the nap anyway. Lap bug hunted. Ooh. Oh, right. Okay. That kind of hunted. Didn't I bring these back? I didn't know I did. I mean, I guess it's a I don't know. As long as they're... So we only take pictures of them in funny hats if they're big ones. If they're small, they get eaten, huh? Pup enjoyed a blue plastic kiddie pool for bath time outside. I'm dying to try that with Moose one day. I think that would be really fun. Some streamers live stream themselves sleeping. Yeah, some streamers do all kinds of things. I don't know that sounds like me. Is this the start of Raid Shadow Legends streams? We're gonna do over here. We're at 96% on helping the Oasis, so turning in this quest will probably do it. Love if you got something nice for your home with the money. I'm very, very excited about this whole HVAC plan. I know that it's kind of something that you want for your home, and it's something that I want. I'm going to be very excited when it's together, because right now, we've been doing fine. We're kind of in a transitional season, so we can kind of cool the house by, like, opening the windows at night. If we want to warm the house, we can just open the curtains and let the sunshine in, because there's great sun exposure. But, like, eventually, the winter will set in, and I'm hoping that I have some heating by then, because otherwise, I'm going to be learning how to chop firewood. Which can't be that hard. I'm sure it's a good workout. Saves you money on your gym membership. Ever considered starting a worm farm? Oh, Dorda, I've got a worm farm. I was looking into how to expand my worm farm. That's what I'm talking about with the dueling types of composts. You got the vermicomposting in the worm bin, and then I've got some open air compost piles. I've got a tumbling one. It came with the place. I didn't buy it even though I wanted one. I was like, oh, it already has one. This is destiny. Aiming the axe harder than I expected. Yeah, I think it's going to be a bit of a challenge. I wanted to expand my worm bin because right now I have it in just like one tote, and I wanted to expand it into multiple tiers so that I can lure the worms to a separate tier by feeding them in a different one so that I can leave the finished compost behind. Because that's the most annoying thing about having a single layer worm farm is separating the worms from the finished vermicompost. Because otherwise you're picking worms out and that's going to take you all day. Yeah, you feed them in one area and then they migrate towards the food over the course of a week or so, and then they leave behind the area where they're not getting fed, which makes sense. You can do this by feeding them on just like one half of your worm bin too, but I'm not smart enough to just put it in on one half, so I'm thinking of building a tiered system. Would you use your worms to fish with, or are you emotionally attached to them? So it's a good question. When I originally set up the oh, hang on, let's see if we got any pets. I got a Xanthus siphon mite, which is new. That is new to me. Is it? I have a feeling based on the name being Xanthus siphomite, it's not siphon mite. I have a feeling it's not cute. Siphon mites generally feed on the energies of dying worlds, but this one is perfectly content with getting some scritches. Scritches from researchers instead. Are you scritching that? It looks like it's oozing. Actually, that's kind of a sick effect. I'm not going to lie to you. I kind of like the effect being like just underneath the carapace folds. Well, also, why is it so large? Oh, dear. But yes, when I first set up the worm bin, it was kind of a dual. I was going to be like, okay, this is for composting, and we can also use these to fish for trout. And we did a few times, and it does work excellently. But I had to stop that because it was giving me nightmares, because I felt bad because they had been born in my home. Which isn't to say that they never die. I think that their population grows and shrinks according to how much they're being fed, and they just kind of get absorbed back into their worm ecosystem. But I didn't have it in me to... Fishing with worms is pretty brutal for the worm. I'm not judging anybody that does it, but I ended up... I couldn't do it. I'm too squishy on the inside. Am I washing the Crocs? I suppose I don't need to wash the Crocs. I suppose it's for no reason at all at this point. But you know what we could do is we can work on the racing. Many videos on YouTube for multi-tier worm farms. Yeah. I just want to try and figure out what's going to work for me. What's the easiest and most convenient thing for me to put together. I have more tools than I used to have, so that's exciting. I might try and, because you can buy them, but like, I don't know, the markup, it's out of this world. I want to build one. Let's do the Necroray. Well, actually, no, let's do the Slate Pack one first, because there's going to be more data on it. So here, one moment. So sweet. Wouldn't like to kill something I was responsible for existing either. If it can be avoided, anyways. I'm kind of a medium level bleeding heart. Like, I can be pragmatic. I'm not against killing like a bug. I'm not sweeping things out of the way of my path while I walk like a monk. But the fishy was a little bit much. But I can't pretend to be too benevolent because I was catching fish and then consuming them, which is not a great experience for the fish. So, you know, we can't give me too much credit. Pretty soon you are going to stop eating plants. I don't foresee that happening. Burn the spiders. Tempted to put a small fish pond in my yard for my cats to be entertained by, but putting fish in is probably just raccoon food. You weren't growing the fish. That is true. I wasn't growing the fish. They had a wonderful life in the wild-ish, although a lot of them are like stocked fish. And then, you know, the reason I caught them is because they were trying to eat a smaller fish. So, if anything, I'm doing a favor for all the smaller fish that fish was going to eat. And I'm just letting the little ones have a chance to grow up and get bigger. You know, you can tell yourself whatever you want. I'm going to look at this in my head. I want to read some comments here. We're going to pull up the Ridge Racer quest first. I don't want to watch any videos, which might limit me here. I have Zaibucha, and I have the knowledge of going to the end. If you start the race, drop the quest, pick the quest back up before the slate back finishes. Oh no, that was fixed. Or no, it says it works. Run straight across the dome, don't follow the race path. Super simple. Run north across the dome. Cries in Priest. Purchase some gun shoes off the auction house. Okay. Alright, let me look into some gun shoes, because I am a priest. Oh, thanks for the combo, guys. I don't know where the end is. People are saying north. I'm wondering if I can... Hang on. We're gonna get gun shoes. I'll get a few of them here. It's just a... Yeah. Oh, it's a 3-minute cooldown. Okay. And then we're gonna stick those on a bar. And... I was wondering if I could get like a waypoint for the end point. Easy ways to use untethered Zaibucha before the race starts. GG. You can do this while phase diving, run in a straight line to the end. Don't bother with speed buffs. What I'm looking for, I just want a waypoint for where the end is. Because otherwise, if I'm not following the arrows, I'm going to be like giga lost. But no one seems to have waypoints, so maybe I don't need them. Directly across, you can also use a couple of speed boosts. So, here. I have a few things we can try here. We've got Zaibucha. Signal you want a very challenging race. Pop the Zaibucha. Oh no, I'm stunned. Alright, forget the Zaibucha. Let's use gun shoes. Directly across. We're heading straight. Yeah, it is. Okay. Straight to the end here. This seems like it might just work. But apparently I want to wait to see the thing. I want to see it like coming up. I don't want to let it win, but I do want it to be in vision, right? Is he coming? Or do I just go? It worked! Ha! Brokers don't care how you win. Oh, I guess that is the name of the achievement. People were saying that, and I thought, well, that's a funny thing to say about an NPC. But that's the name of the achievement. Okay. I don't get why we race them. If we're doing it to make them feel better, shouldn't we be racing to lose? Maybe they're competitive and they don't want to be, you know, they would hate if they found out if you lost intentionally. It would upset me. He's telling you to cheat. Or to the right for the flying flapper bird. Okay, all right. Okay. Flying flappy bird. Necray. Right over here. Should I Zaibucha it? Let's try. So we go into phase space. I don't even know what this does. I guess it makes me walk faster. And then we're gonna... Oh, yeah, you go at 270. So to the right, huh? Oh, I guess maybe it's the same point. Maybe, uh-oh. Maybe it's the same point because it's, It doesn't look like it, though. Over here? Yeah. Well, the quest, like, completed, which is weird. I mean, this does make me nice and fast, but I am very lost. Maybe I'm mixing up my cheating. Maybe I was supposed to use this to cheat on... It's the same finish spot. Okay, I'll go back to the first one then. Maybe because I'm in phase space. It doesn't show me where the end bit is. Because I didn't see the blue circle or the yellow circle. Yeah, I feel like we did not do it. So we're going to abandon that. We'll pick it up again. I think as long as we don't turn it in, we're fine. I don't know if it's worth doing the thing. Enough speed boosts. No tricks in my Priestess Feather. Yeah, maybe I'll try that. Here, we'll pick it up again. Because we're just after the achievement. I wonder why it like instantly credited me as having won the race when I did that. So that was Ridge Racer. This is Ray Racing. Get all the speed boosts and not following the course. Okay. Alright, well let's just here, hang on. So it was like, I don't know. I want a very challenging race. No. Alright, so yeah, I'm just gonna hang a right. And head right over here. And then try to not get stuck swimming. I'm going! I'm running! Run, Forrest! You know, I watched that movie for the first time in my life, like last week. I'd never ever seen Forrest Gump before last week. And then I went on a whole Tom Hanks kick. There we go! Alright, well that's great. That'll work! Easy clap. Nice. So that gave me the achievements for Brokers Don't Care How You Win. Wouldn't that have given me... Yeah, and that gave me Ecological Succession. That's why I wanted to have it, was for this meta. Just in case that comes in handy later. It just sounds like something that might be. Saw it 20 years ago, don't remember it. What do you think? It was good. I think I put off watching it the first time because I thought it was a much grimmer movie than it was. I was expecting it to be like intensely sad and just like one of those movies about terrible things happening to people for like 2 hours and 20 minutes. But no, it was good. It was fun. Yeah, when is the Bubbles meta mount anyway? I'm waiting over here. Lovely. All right. Well, we got our achievement done. I got my... Oh, hang on. I need to go to the Devourer attack. Achievements done. I got my weekly box and I got a new pet from that, so that's good. Let's go get our energy pod, and then we'll have a think about what's happening next. Maybe a couple more delves. I was really enjoying delves yesterday, actually. We're getting our brand leveled. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, I might have missed it. Oh, I might have missed it. I forget where it was. Was it Primus? It might have been Primus. I think it's going. Oh, no, it's not. It's not. We're here. Not so bad for that. I think Apollo 13 is my personal favorite Tom Hanks movie. I liked the one about the volcano. That was a good one. There's a lot of good ones. There was a lot of good ones. We also watched Castaway, which I also enjoyed. And it was different than what I remembered. I watched Castaway as like a kid. And in my mind, I was like, I've seen this movie. I know what happens. And I kind of sort of knew what happens, but my brain had edited some things. Like, for example, I thought that the woman he left in the beginning of Castaway was his wife. They were not married. They were not even engaged yet. like Man Called Otto was sad. That was a good movie though. I cried, but like it was a good cry, you know. Roger Big? I don't think I've seen that one. Happy I saw Castaway, not something I want to revisit. Found it surprisingly intense. I had to hide for the ice skate scene, but I knew it was coming. So once I saw him pull that out, I was like, okay, partner, I'm just gonna hide under this blanket, and you can tell me when it's over, which is one of his husbandly duties. Also thought it was his wife. No, they were not married. It was implied that they were going to get engaged before he left, but then he left before he ever proposed. It was not that unreasonable that she moved on. Oh, take it back. Saving Private Ryan. Saving Private Ryan. Gotta be my favorite. Intense. Goodness, what a film. Yeah, Joe versus the Volcano was my favorite one because it was just so... I don't know. It was just such a... At the risk of sounding... I don't know. Cringe. It was a mood. It was a vibe. It was a whole thing. Why did I think she'd like divorced him? No, they buried him and they like, you know, they were in love. It was really sad when she had moved on, but it was also not unreasonable at all. But that was, yeah, my brain did the exact same thing. I also thought that they were married. It's a good one. It's good for a rewatch. Yeah. Let's see. I also, in my mind, had completely forgotten that the beginning part took place in Russia. The movie started, and they're like noodling around Russia, and I'm looking at, and I'm talking to my partner. I'm like, was this always in the movie? I forgot that part. Gotta have a Tom Hanks Meg Ryan film night. Okay. I said I wanted to do delves, and delves I want to do. So why don't we go back to Tazavish, actually. We're doing good on the energy pods. I think we're 14 of 20, so it's coming along. I haven't put any great amount of effort into it so far, so I don't see why I should start now. Start with Joe versus the Volcano. On to Sleepless in Seattle. You've Got Mail. I was kind of let down by You Got Mail. It was fine, but I was bored. It wasn't that good. I didn't like. I was kind of mad at it by the end of it. Used to love Dirty Dancing as a kid and totally didn't understand the main plot point in that movie at all. That one struggles a little bit on a rewatch for me just because of the age gap. But it's still a fun movie. Perpetually crest poor. I just want to be able to use my gear. Yeah. We didn't end up raiding last night. We had too many people out, so we took a vote and we decided to sit this week out. Which probably means we're going to sit next week out as well. So I thought about like pugging the raid this week. And then I thought, no, I don't know if I'm going to do that. So I think if I want loot from Vault, I need to... Well, I mean, I did 110 key on stream yesterday, so there'll be one myth item. Maybe I'll get lucky and that'll be the one. Alternately, my hero track slot. At least filling up my Vault from Delves will give me enough to give me like a socket item or something. You know, like enough slots filled. We're already there, but it wouldn't hurt to get another hero thing. Although I don't think I need hero track Delve slots. But I do want brand experience, so maybe we just do these Kriegval's Rest and Earthcrawl Mines. Those are both our lovely Isle of Dorn delves. I have a cheap flask, don't I? Is You Got Mail too slow for a modern audience? I just didn't... I forget what my problem with it was. I couldn't get invested in it. I didn't really believe in the romance of the main couple. I think I was largely just kind of mad at them. I don't think I like Tom Hanks' character. I love Tom Hanks, but I think I thought his character was a bit of a tool. We're going to tier 8 Kriegval's Rest. That's the thing. And then here we'll eat a little food. Oh no, You've Got Mail is my favorite. Oh, I'm so sorry. Recently watched Rocky Horror Picture Show. Oh, that one's always fun. Figured out last night could do dungeons with NPC. What about Sleepless in Seattle? That one's kind of cute. I haven't rewatched it super recently, but I rewatched it a couple years back, and I remember finding it to be kind of cute. Every now and then I go on a rom-com kick, but they don't do the same thing for me that they used to do when I was younger. Usurped by a 98 roll on my first Demencia's kill for the Hearthstone the other day. Had a 96. Oh no. Oh, it was so close. Oh, that would keep me up at night. That sucks. When I was a kid, I used to get like so invested in rom-coms, and now I still like watching them, but it's more for like, I like watching, I'd say period movies, but I just mean movies from like that are like 20 years old or older, because I like watching like the fashion. I like seeing what people are wearing. I like seeing like how people speak, and I like seeing I don't know, depictions of life before smartphones changed everything. I find it to be charming and nostalgic. So even if I'm not that invested in like the romance that's going on, it's still kind of fun to watch the movies for that sake. Here. Interested in seeing the few rom-coms that I like as comfort watches when I'm in a mood. Yeah, they have to have something else other than just the romance to keep me these days. I love Big Fat Greek Wedding. But it's because it's funny. It's because it's a funny movie, and like the main draw and premise of it to me is like the romance is lovely, but the family is like the big storyline. That's the major conflict of the movie. It's not will they, won't they. It's will my parents scare him away. So good. Yeah, I love that. I will always love that movie. Mentally building a list of movies and series I want to get on DVD or Blu-ray, mostly gothic horror. Have you watched any of the newer ones? Did you see Nosferatu? I watched that last year, I think, and I actually really liked it. It made me want to check out more Robert Eggers films, even though I'm not normally like a spooky movie kind of person. Some of the best modern shows have a reason why there aren't mobile phones. Umbrella Academy, Stranger Things. Yeah. I think that being always accessible to each other communication-wise really puts a little bit of a pin in a lot of, I don't know, like basic TV comedy plots, because if you can't have a miscommunication, then what are you doing? I guess it's hard to write around. I don't know. I've never tried writing a TV show. Saw that in theaters with my mom, and as she's second generation Polish, we nearly laughed ourselves into seizure. There was some backstory on the movie apparently for Big Fat Greek Wedding, the original one, was put on, like, it was sort of organized by the actress that plays Tula, who had been getting the interview she gave indicated that she had been getting rejected from, you know, like mainstream movie like romance lead roles because she wasn't attractive enough, and she wanted to prove that she could make this movie, at least something like that. I'm paraphrasing a lot. Haven't seen it yet, but I love the OG, so I'm sure I'll love this one as well. Have Eggers' debut film on my to watch this spooky season list. Heard about that. I didn't know she was Canadian. That wins anybody free points with me. Oh, Kitty. Oh, you're okay. Oh, I thought she bumped into something, but she just stepped on something she didn't want to step on. TIO, right? How did I go all these years and not know that? I'm collecting suspicious candles. There's one more over here. Sometimes I feel a little silly for like being so thorough about trying to pick up all of the things in the corners of like the early part of a delve, and then we just find like a cheating portal later, and then we didn't have to do any of this. But you know, just in case we don't find it, skipped the end portal, and we'll want to have these candles collected. Let's grab this. Plus, I need all the brand XP I can get. Yeah, fantastic. That's right. That's the stuff. Yeah, I watched Nosferatu, and then I watched the Witch, or the Witch with two V's. I don't know why they wrote it like that and made it spookier. And those are my two spooky movies of last year. Once I maxed brands, started skipping all of those, but before I had to get them all. I think we're good to move on here. Something about being Canadian that said that one of the things that Canadians have to do is point out that famous people who are not widely known to be Canadian are. I do this. Yeah, I think we like to keep a running... I mean, I didn't care when I was younger, but nowadays I keep like a running list in my head of like, oh man, XYZ actors / celebrities. Not that it matters, but technically Canadian. What is it? You get your Ryan Reynolds, you get your Lorne Michaels, you get your Simu Liu. Long time since I've been able to tune in. Hope things have been well. Welcome back. Things have been good. Things have been really good. I've been having a very big, exciting year. Getting in portals in every delve for a bit. Haven't seen one in the last week plus at all. They're very hot, and I guess they're random, which explains a lot, but I've been finding them very hot and cold is the words I'm trying to spit out. Entire Schitt's Creek cast. Well, Schitt's Creek is set in Canada, isn't it? It's set in like a small, fictional, but like a small Canadian town. I think people just it doesn't occur to people unless they were like looking for it. Nathan Fillion, William Shatner, Michael J. Fox. I didn't know Nathan Fillion. But maybe that's because I mixed him up for David Tennant, who's definitely not Canadian. I'm getting my nerd actors mixed up. Speaking of movies, town I live in, it's a special thing a couple of times a month for senior citizens. Well, that sounds really nice. Supposed to be an American town? I thought it was supposed to be Canadian. Maybe I'm getting mixed up. I don't know why I'm getting defensive about it. Doesn't affect me either way, but I thought it was supposed to be set in Canada. I think people just assume it's set in America. But maybe I'm misremembering. I haven't seen all of Schitt's Creek. I watched the first season. Trips me out when I watch a movie, see a place I recognize. I had a weird dream that I was getting on the wrong side of the people that live here because I went to a local hockey game, but then I was trying to leave early because I had dinner plans. And I don't know what that's all about. If you go to the hockey game, never leave early. They will remember. Which teams were playing? Super hyper local teams. Super hyper local, like beyond, like tinier than minor league. Like, you know, Jim and his friends down the road kind of hyper local hockey teams. Can't leave a hockey game early. We'll get shunned. Yeah, can't be getting shunned. Have you watched Shoresy? I have not. Nice thing for the town to do. Peak Canadian TV. Do you guys have a favorite, like, Canadian show? I know people like Letterkenny. I know people watch Corner Gas. I mostly just remember things being advertised on CBC. I like North of North, but that's like a new one. That was really cute. Do they fight in hockey games? I have never been to one in person, so I'm not really your authority. I am not a particularly sports inclined person in general, but my understanding is yes, they fight in hockey games. There's a reason they don't got any more teeth. North and North is so good. I couldn't believe how funny it was. I didn't think that they could still make cute, charming, funny shows like that anymore. Little Mosque on the Prairie has a place in my heart. Otherwise, Old School This Hour has 22 minutes. You go to a hockey game for the fights, the rest is extra. Maybe that's why I haven't gone yet. I'm not wildly into watching people fight. It makes me uncomfortable. I wish they would just get along. I'm not the kind of person you want to have with you in a hockey game. Hi, Hazel. Hi. How are you? Oh, I did that. Come back up. Have progressed in my rewatch. Oh. I like the sound of, in a hockey game, I like the sound of people's skates on ice. I find that to be very satisfying. And I don't mind it when they, like, kind of pile up and crash into each other on the boards, as long as I can ostensibly believe it was an accident. Hi, Kitty. Do you want to come up or what? What are you doing? Hi. On the 6th episode of Season 1. Oh. Do you have it timed out so that you're going to be finished your rewatch? Watch out your head. Yeah, there you go. So that you're going to be finished your rewatch, like right when the new one comes out. I'd say Twin Peaks, even though it's supposed to be set in the U.S., that sort of small town weirdness can occur anywhere. Filmed partly in Canada. A lot of things are filmed in either Toronto or Vancouver. Something about somebody made some like tax law or something to try to like encourage things to be productions to take place there. I haven't found my Flickergate yet. There is one somewhere. Rewatch again in November. At least rewatch season 4. Northern Exposure, a good rewatch. Does Fargo almost count? Minnesota's just southern. It is not, though. X-Files, of course, famously shot in Vancouver for several seasons. I've never been to Minnesota. I wonder if I would like it. Hi. Hi, baby girl. Good chunk of Supernatural filmed in Vancouver. That sounds true as well. That sounds familiar. Makes sense to rewatch season 4 because it'll lead into season 5. Mm-hmm. Oh, Bran. Thank goodness for his healing. Other than that. Kitty's like headbutting my hand that's on the keyboard and she's pushing my space bar. Playing Mom Classic. Oh yeah, yeah. Found a level 80 hunter I had from ages ago. I was at UBC when they were filming MacGyver in the X-Files, and I once was trapped in my apartment by a film crew filming on the street below. Oh man. Do you sometimes find Bran just doesn't drop pots for you? No, he's been good for me. Did you upset him in any way? You tell him you didn't like his casserole or something? He generally hooks me up. I'm just giving you a hard time. All the Stargates too. Sometimes I don't get to them in time if they're in like fire, but usually right around when they despawn, he tends to drop more of them. I told him I was excited for Valera, and he took that personally. Favorite Canadian shows were Red Green, SCTV Network. You can't do that in television. Don't know where to see them anymore. Local PBS station only shows British comedy on weekends. How was Raid? We canceled it. 8 of us showed up and we took a vote and we decided not to go for it. So I had the night off, and I think I have tonight off too. Did I make plans? I think I made plans to wash my dog. I won't sit in his fire to recover my mana because it was already always max. I think we're almost done this stuff. I didn't find my flicker gate, like my regular one. I think maybe it was hidden in the dark or something. Although the good thing about not finding a skipping gate is that I really want to be like killing and looting all sorts of stuff in here for the sake of maybe getting Alanira crystals. That would be lucky. I can't wait for Valera's disparaging tone telling me I'm an idiot. Do you think she's gonna be like, oh, why would you stand there? What are you doing? I wouldn't have done that. They just like make her super snarky. I'm gonna miss Bran. I like him. I don't care if he like pulls mobs or like falls off cliffs sometimes. He's a good dude. The story I worked out was used for a scene or two in a series here. Got to see how a scene is filmed, meet one of the most famous actors in my country. Oh, fancy. Great. Bran's comments were getting annoying when I was trying to do the delve boss. He definitely got on my nerves once or twice with his don't stand there. But we made up. I so care when Bran pulls mobs. Did Bran teach you nothing? Post-web summon Nerubians. How bad Valera will be? Bran feels right in delves. Yeah, we'll see. I hope they keep her a bit tongue-in-cheek. I hope she's got a sense of humor. I don't want her to be too serious. YCDTOT was classics. Did you know that is where Alanis Morissette got her start? I did not know that. I thought I read somewhere that Alanis Morissette made like, oh, I found my Flickergate, like folksy albums for a little while before she started making rock albums. But maybe I'm like misremembering and I'm thinking of somebody else. Got my brand morpher yesterday, and it's great being the one telling people not to stand in things or that I found a bit of gold. Can't imagine Valera telling me not to stand somewhere will have the same oomph. Yeah. Loki hoping Zalatath would be a follower, some kind of projection of her. Talk about snarky. You can have there's a toy that you can use. I don't know if it's a priest only. I think it's not. That puts the echoes of Zalatath back on so that her voice will talk to you. She won't be around, but like it's the same whispers that she used to do when you had the Shadow Priest dagger in Legion. Echo of Zalatath. It was from doing the I think it was from doing the Zalatath quest line in story. I forget what they call it when they added like the story quest lines back in. Lore Walker Show. Yeah, that's the one. You might be thinking of Avril, who was Country Before Pop. Alanis never did folksy albums? I don't know that I am thinking of Avril. Which is weird because I'm usually thinking about Avril. Are you going to eventually purchase the 100-piece Transmog bundle? Oh, the Cash Shop one? No. They can put stuff on their store. They can keep it. So many things are in Vancouver. A lot of things try to conceal that fact. I like the show continuum as the characters are also in Vancouver. Oh, hang on. I should make sure I'm not going to die here. I'm busy reading.
Watch your
Got to pull up the old City Hall building. I actually paid by Vancouver to do it for him. Oh.
Knocking back.
New Tron movie being filmed Vancouver, Victoria? Oh, I hadn't heard. I didn't even know they were making another one. I kind of thought that if they made a Tron movie, they would just, like, I don't know, mine it out of Bitcoin or something.
Watch your step.
Good documentary about her out, too. Okay, we got some Delver's Journey. It's only 150. I think you get 250 for doing an 11. Good chunk of brand XP. We were in here for 16 minutes. Honestly, I might do the harder delves, because, like, if I'm only gonna be in here an extra 5 minutes, give or take, depending on what, whether or not I find skips, and I'm gonna get, like, a bunch more brand XP and stuff. The grid people want to take over the actual Earth. Come out of the computer, I think. I saw some Tron in theaters when I was, like, a teenager. And I remember being very bored by the plot of the movie, but vaguely entertained by the flashy lights. Much like a goldfish. But I'm weird and picky with movies. I have no taste whatsoever. Okie dokie, I'm going back, and I want to do the other one. This was Kriegwell's Rest. I want to do Earthcrawl Mines. Tron 2 being really dull, otherwise fun to look at. My favorite shows filmed in Canada, the sci-fi series Haven. Oh. Cold. My office gets really chilly overnight. I got a nice warm kitty cat on my lap, so. Hi, baby girl. Yeah. Pardon. I guess I can abandon this. There's no reason for me to... Well, actually, no, 300 rep. That is a good reason. I'm not finished with Koresh Trust just yet. So, let's see. Vendor. That one's for the bank. I'm saving stuff for my war bank. Anything that is, like, current season epic warbound, I've been saving. Ooh. Do people really want that? It said 17k. Maybe somebody wants it for, like, transmog. I have that one collected. I'm going to ask for, like, 600 gold for it. I think that's a really good price. Maybe somebody will buy it. What about this one? If I was just going to vendor them anyway. That one we can vendor. And then that one I can vendor. Yeah. Okay, okay. I suppose now that I've finished my achievement, actually, I can sell those gun shoes again, because I'm not going to use them. Put them back on the auctionist. Where are the gun shoes? Norway's used in film all the time. You'd never know it. I suppose I don't know where most things are filmed. Gun shoes. Watching a film that filmed in Vancouver. They started walking up 10th Avenue, and the cinema that I was watching the film in was a few blocks away from there. Turned the corner, and we're suddenly somewhere in Victoria. Personal connection to the original Tron. My dad was a musician in the London Philharmonic Orchestra and played on the soundtrack. Ooh, that's cool. Hi, baby girl. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. The HVAC tech was poking around, and we were showing him something in a closet, and he like looks to the right and curious sitting on a shelf, and he's like, "Oh, there's a cat." And I'm like, "Oh yes, sorry. I can move her if you want." Like, no, that's fine. It's just, that's my cat. She has a habit of burying herself in the very back of closets. Oh yeah, I was gonna do another delve. I suppose I don't need to go to Koresh just to port there, do I? I can just fly there. It's literally on the Isle of Dorn. That's half the reason I wanted to do it anyway. Off we go. So many of the places filmed in Toronto use the same building as an HQ. The Boys, The Expanse, they all use the Roy Thompson Hall. So strange. Oh. Cool. I'm going this way. Dad also played on the soundtracks for The Fly, The Naked Lunch, and Dead Ringer, speaking of Canada connections. Very cool. I'm gonna do it on an 11, you know? Why not? I already got my gilded stuff, but, you know, maybe I will get lucky and get, I don't know what I want. I want brand experience mainly. I do think that it's funny that, I have not yet received my map for the week. I kind of thought that last season, I swear, within 4 delves, I would find my map. Just like from the end loot of the delve, if nothing else. Like I never had to buy them before. And I am not discovering that to be the case this season. Might get a crackling shard. Yeah! That is a draw. That would be nice. Found it weird when they put a laser on a corner of SFU in Battlestar Galactica. Meanwhile, finally joining the fan club of hitting head against the wall, my quest continues to obtain midnight. Good luck, good luck. The shard thingies drop a lot. A lot? Would be nice. I have 2, I need 8 more. Now the Canadian show, I'd really like to have a full series on DVD, Forever Night. I think this is just like a little intro section. Wanted to see some of the Naked Lunch music being recorded in London was introduced to Howard Shore there. Oh, the shard that spawns the boss to get the map. Oh, I thought you got like a lot of Elenira shards. I was kind of jealous. Sorry. Do I have them in my bag? Am I just confused about what they look like? What are they called? I have Shrieking... Oh, okay. So after I get to the middle section, I can drop that and then use it, and then we'll get the map, and then you can use it in the same delve, right? Like you can just use it in one. Wait, using the thing that summons the boss to the midpoint, the map is not 100% drop anymore? What? Well, then what's the point? I don't think I put a map in my bank. That would be a weird thing to do. I've definitely gotten maps before, so it's not a Delver's Journey problem. I did one last week. At the halfway point here, when we make it in, I will, I'll use the crystal, I'll summon the thing. I haven't done that yet, so. The good news is that I didn't delete the crystals that I had. This thing is very tough for some reason. Am I just summoning Nerubians? It's still 100%? Oh. Well, why'd somebody say it wasn't? Maybe they already had one. Maybe somebody killed the boss to get one, but they had put their map in their bank or something? Also, oh, my flicker gate. Didn't get my map until I killed my 3rd summoned boss. Oh, weird. I wonder why that happened. Well, we'll try it today and see how it goes for me. I gotta see what this flicker gate has. Maybe it'll skip me to the end and then we just won't worry about it. Because I have 2 more Bountiful Delves I can do. If I can finish this one fast, I will. I want to get my brain leveled up. Oh. 10 flicker gates. I guess that was number 10. And it definitely did not give me a portal, so we're not getting to the end that way. At least not from that. Oh, there's a portal, though. Oh, where's the midpoint? Is the midpoint in this room somewhere? I think no. You know what? We're gonna do it in a different one because I don't think we can use this yet. After activate, yeah, because we haven't activated the restoration stone yet. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna skip, and then we'll use the stone in another delve. We have more delves. Any point in doing delves when you've passed champion gear except hoping for a bounty map? There's achievements. You can still kind of progress the delver's journey, and you can level up your brand and get higher quality trinkets until you get those, or curios, until you get those capped out. I want to get my brand fully leveled, and I want to get my curios all boosted up so that my brand is at maximum effectiveness for when I want to try double ? Kyaza. I also want undercoins for collectibles. That's another thing. Bog Piper's kind of messing me up over here. Maybe I'm not, maybe I got caught in a charge or something. So he makes a bunch of spores. Hello, Fant. How you doing? There's speakers and vents. This is kind of a fun ethereal room. I like this. I'm a big fan of the skip portals. I like these a lot. Now that I know what I'm looking for anyway. They hotfix the trains so they don't hit the bosses anymore? Oh, I don't know. I've never tried to hit a boss with them. Here, maybe we'll try if it pops up again. Here, we'll go hang out in the middle. They worked yesterday? Yeah, I didn't hear anything. I just wasn't doing it because I'm not very good. That's all. When you don't get them and you just get a chest, you kind of get disappointed. But then sometimes you don't get them and you get a chest and... well, I just don't want to accidentally get... Ooh, almost. Oh, yeah, no, it stuns him. You get stunned by the freight train. Although, it... broke her. Oh, no, I guess that wins. I suppose that's the end of it. Oh, well, it doesn't work if they're casting and they can't get in. I guess they're going to be in the next one next. Let's get off to the side. Maybe pop her right here. Yeah, that's the spot. Yeah, I got stunned. A little bit, yeah. Maybe not, actually. Maybe I missed that one. I don't want to be in it myself. We could also kill it the old-fashioned way, but where's the fun in that? Careful. There we go. Yeah, so it stuns them, but then it also just like it doesn't cheat, but it just like despawns them, and then I guess they've been defeated. Hitbox of the train's right dead center. Some mobs just won't stay in the right spot. Yeah. Well, that worked. We got some undercoins. Let's get rid of that. We got my bountiful box, because I've got lots of extra stuff. I've been just vendoring these things, but it doesn't hurt to get. Some good brand experience. Yeah, I like doing 11s for brand XP. As long as I'm leveling him. He's 89 now. He's been really cruising. Some extra undercoins. And I should have two more bountiful delves. Although here, let's leave the delve and then fly back to town because my Hearthstone's still on cooldown because we weren't even in there 15 minutes. They despawn at 50% normally? Oh, that would make more sense. I did not know that. Coffer key shards. Alright, well, the next delve that I do that doesn't skip me to the end, when we make it to the halfway point, we can use the Shrieking Quartz, summon the Nemesis boss, get a map, use the map, and then finish the delve. It'll be great. I don't even really need the hero track gear, but it'll give me something or another. I think you get something else for using your map as well. I just want to make sure I do it this week. What add-ons? I have a little Google Doc here with a nice list. I gotta update it, but I don't think it's really terribly... I don't think I've changed anything. How are our undercoins? Did you do something different? Nope. Let's see. Thank you, though. Thank you very much. 3,000 coins. So yeah, I've been saving up to catch up on these ensembles. Why wait for the halfway point? Because that's when you're able to use your Shrieking Quartz. It's only usable after activating the Restoration Stone at that halfway spot. At least that's what the tooltip says, unless it's lying to me. That's my understanding. Advice to someone trying to get into collecting can feel really overwhelming when it feels like I'm so far behind. You want to... or what I like to do is narrow the scope a little bit, because it is overwhelming. There's a bajillion things. So if you kind of like sort of narrow your scope to, instead of I'm going to get everything, maybe I'm just going to look for Mog, or I'm just going to look for Mog from this expansion, or I'm just going to look for Mog for this class from this dungeon, you know, like kind of like narrow down what you're looking for until it's something that's like a manageable project that you can see meaningful progress on. Because that's when it gets kind of overwhelming and like it's easy to burn out, is when you're, you know, you grind for 10 hours and you get a bunch of stuff and you moved up like 0.05%. That's not as satisfying as grinding for an hour and getting like halfway through a dungeon, for example. Let's do Sinkhole. Start with getting all mounts in Outland. That's a good strat. So Flickergate portals, people have promised me that they will give you the same loot as a fully upgraded Nemesis cache. They should give you maximum loot for the delve, so it should be faster to use the portal whenever they're up. I think the only exception is if you find the portal that's not from a Flickergate and you haven't yet found the Flickergate, then you might not get the Flickergate loot, but even then, I think it's kind of negligible. I think you're better off just doing more delves, in my opinion. Okay, Sinkhole. Off we go. Haven't done this one in a little while. Is this a swimming one, or maybe they took the swimming stories out of it? Because it doesn't look like it's underwater to me. You want a stew pot? My goodness. What's your opinion on LVUI? Lots of people seem to like it a lot. I know a bunch of people that use it. I got rid of it because I only tried it for like 20 minutes 10 years ago, so I haven't used it recently. But I like using kind of a la carte approach to add-ons. I like sort of piecing together individual add-ons for specific problems I have. I don't want to get like a pack of add-ons that solves a bunch of problems that I didn't have in the first place. It's the same reason I don't like getting big weak aura kits. I don't want a bunch of extra stuff that I didn't ask for. I only want to solve the thing that was bothering me in the first place. So I don't like super comprehensive solutions that like do a bunch of extra stuff. I want to find specific things that do specifically the thing that I wanted to do. And that's just personal preference. It's not like a right or a wrong thing. It's just how I feel. Cobus eliminated. Okay, there's our Nemesis pack. Whether you get the same experience for the delve, including all the curiosities, or if it only counts completion. I betcha it wouldn't count the curiosities. But with how much faster you can do them. I mean, granted, you're still only getting 4 bountiful delves in a day, but I wasn't doing 4 bountiful delves a day before anyway. So if using portals gets me through them, I think it's worth it for me. Loving how much things to do in my new guild. Checking the guild calendar. They've got 4 normal raids on Friday. Just have to remember, 12 hours ahead. Nice. Yeah, 6 a.m. on a Saturday morning would be a really aggressive local raid time. Some people would like that. You know, you get up early, you make yourself a nice cup of coffee, wave hello to the birds, and then, you know, log on, get your raid done before you even go to work. I actually could totally do that. If you're really trying to grind brand XP, faster to run more delves on alts. That would be the move, actually. That's something I didn't even think about. Feels a bit weird doing underwater delves that have fish but no swimming. Yeah, I heard that they took all the I heard that they took the swimming out of these, but I'm fine with that because I hated the swimming. I would much rather do it like this. Love having my morning coffee with peppermint mocha creamer, watching your stream while I play. Wow, nice. I love a hyper-specific ritual.
Frontal.
Ooh. Once I get my brand fully leveled, I don't think I'll bother. Well, I guess I'll still bother with 3 11s per week for my crests, unless I'm getting them from keys. Until I'm done with crests anyway. At some point this season, I don't have to do this, but I have some sort of vague thoughts about doing a hunter, like gearing up my, I'd say annual, but my patchly, that's a time word, right? My once per patch hunter alt that I would gear up and I guess do delves to get gear. No desire to do keys or raid really, but I would want to have it for, I forget, just because it's fun to gear an extra alt, I guess, just to get the item level up to, like, I don't know, hero track gear. What? Maybe I need more of a goal than that. Maybe that's my problem. Is the daily chat about starting a new hunter? Yeah, although I was going to make a new one for Remix, so if Remix is going to be in less than 3 weeks away, maybe I should just find collecting to do for the next 3 weeks, forget the hunter plan, start the hunter with Remix, and then when I'm done with Remix, I pull the hunter back to retail, and then bada bing, bada boom, I've got one. Because otherwise I'm going to have 2 on the go, and maybe that'll be too much for me. Ooh, there's my flicker gate. Halfway point's not for a little bit, though, so we'll have to see if that flicker gate makes an ethereal gate or not. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be pulling these devilfish. I just don't want to pull them when I don't want to, when I'm not ready. Achievement for completing one without losing your breath. I like that achievement because I just cheesed it by using a water breathing potion, and works real good. So torn for Remix, don't want or need another alt for anything. You can always like make a Remix time runner, play Remix, collect everything that you want from it, and then just delete it once you're done. You don't have to keep it. You know, all of those things that you've collected are still earned on your account. So, as far as I'm concerned, if you don't want another one, you don't have to keep it. I've had that thought cross my mind, actually. It occurred to me that maybe I wouldn't want to keep my time runner. I don't think I'm going to make like buckets of them like I did last time. Insane number of hunter alts for someone who doesn't main hunter. It's just like the most fun alt to make for me. If I'm going to make like a random alt, hunter is like the most fun thing to start. Because I know I'm going to be able to play it at like a moderately appropriate level. I know that I get the fun of choosing my pets. I love looking through WoW Petopia and figuring out what kind of hunter pets I want to tame. I like picking a tenacity, a cunning, and a ferocity pet for my hunter that kind of like go with the vibe of the hunter. I like picking out names for them. Always fun. Always fun. Doc Knight, thanks for the 13-month resub. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Take all my Panda Remix characters, finish their heritage quest lines. I made so many alts in Panda Remix. And I mean, it was fine. And it did come in handy. I don't want to clear any of them because they really did come in handy during Collector's Bounty. But I definitely... You know, it's funny is you can still find the thing to refill your thing, but like I don't... My air pressure's been 100% this whole time. Oh, Shadow Clone. Okay. Paying attention. Not gonna get pranked. Hurts pretty bad.
Incoming.
Okay, we did it. Thinking about creating a campsite for remix alts that I can minimize and hide and only keep them there for the future when I eventually want to know how long I spent playing a character in a particular remix. Yeah, I guess that would be... I could level... Well, I could gear up alts so that they'd have an easier time leveling next expansion, or if we somehow got another Collector's Bounty before midnight, but I don't know that we're getting another Collector's Bounty before midnight. If anything, maybe we'll get another one at the end of midnight. I mean, nothing says that we ever have to get one ever again. It would just be kind of nice. Found myself doing things on my mages because travel to places was mind-numbing. I was just leaving characters in places, I think. I did so much setup. I did so much setup to try to get things like the portal to the Sylvanas raid, Sanctum of Domination. Set up on a ton of characters, like getting all their Moss skips done and getting their anima flow stabilizer sorted out, or like getting characters set up to go do Nyalotha during the off week, because during Oldham week anybody could walk in, but if you wanted to go and do Nyalotha during Vale week, and there was only 4 weeks of Collector's Bounty, right? So, you know, you didn't have an eternity. You needed to do a bunch of questing, and I was doing all that. I don't even remember what kind of questing. It was a bunch of skips. It was a bunch of BFA skips is what it was. I was getting them their Hearts of Azeroth. Started my pre-remix alt purge last night. Still have mop remix alts that I haven't touched since it ended. I wonder if I have any mop remix alts I didn't touch. If I have 70s, I could probably can the 70s. If they didn't speak to me anyway. Had a little break during Collector's Bounty, so I missed all of it. Oh no. Oh, it was so much fun. I had a great time. I got some good mounts too. Hi, Hazel and chat. Hello, Parody. Happy Thursday. I'm not cold, but my hands are freezing. I almost don't want to pet the kitty cat because I don't want to make you cold. You're much smaller than me. Well, you getting up? Oh, hey, a portal. Darn it. I was hoping... How close am I to the stone? Appointment was fine. Such a long day. I'm always exhausted whenever I get home from anything like that. Even if the appointment was just, like, not that far away and didn't take that long. Just the mental energy of getting myself in the mindset of going out and being around other people and just, like, navigating public always, like, wipes me out. I'm always super tired when I get back. It's around the corner. Yeah, maybe I'll go and do the thing then to get my map. And then double back for this portal. If it's really close. Because I do want to take the portal. But I haven't gotten my bounty map yet. We gotta do that.
Pulling in.
Only think I got like 6 mounts, even though... Oh, despite the buff, Anixia and Sethic Halls took forever. Sethic Halls. How many did I end up getting? What was my number? I had, what was my command? I had one. There we go. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 7. Oh yeah, that's right. I needed 9 and I got 7. That's what happened. There's the restoration stone. Alright. Hang on. That soaring devilfish killed somebody. I must avenge them. Also, my game sounds like really quiet right now. I don't know why. Turned up a little bit. Ooh, gotta be careful, otherwise somebody's gonna have to avenge me. Love seeing where people died and what killed them. Apparently you get a little buff, a little 10-minute Spirit of Cooperation buff, where me and the person that died have 10% movement speed and 5% damage reduction, incoming damage reduction. It's not, like, crazy, but it's kind of cute. Thank you, World of Warcraft Murder Lord. What a dramatic name you have. Okay.
Interrupt.
Okay. So we found our stone. We go. We get there. Respawn point unlocked. And now we can do the Kyaza fight. Which will definitely not go wrong. Why did it summon a soaring devilfish? Oh, there's Kyaza's grand entrance. There's Kyaza.
Gruntle.
I'm gonna focus on this devilfish and just cleave. I need it to die. I almost have there's
Spirit
PI.
incoming.
You have to look at them. No, you have to look at them. I wasn't fast enough. I want to kill this
Stay
devilfish.
away from lines.
That part's fine. Okay. Alright, that part's dead. Now we can focus.
Spirit incoming.
It must aggro nearby mobs, and I must have just not seen. I'm assuming that, like with, you know, underpin and whatever, that I
Stay
only
away
need to
from
get it to
lines.
half. This is, I think, the first time I've... Not the first time I've fought her, but the first time I've fought her and not immediately died. I usually immediately die.
Spirit incoming.
I think that was because I didn't really understand the spirit mechanic, though. Okay. Etheric Cache. Gave me a Delver's Bounty. Also, Curio. Love that. Use the Delver's Bounty. And then we can go back for that gate. This isn't ideal. This is Kyaza's underwater form. Items or consumables that buff brand experience gains. I don't think so. I think just doing delves on higher. Oh, actually, it's not an item or a consumable, but during delve bonus week, he gets more experience. Last week was actually a delve buff week. Is this thing a buff? Oh, it's a treasure chest. Wait. Okay. I used to hate those. But we're fine. We're cool. Alright, Zekfir and Underpin. Squirrels, Hazel, Moose, Kira. We did it. Always do this backwards, get a whole thing dark instead of light. Oh. Tomorrow in the US, Super Squirt Day. Nice. You know what collecting thing I thought about doing that I didn't start today?
Interrupt.
I need to do another Family Battler achievement. The Kazalgar Family
Yeah,
Battler. There's a
incoming.
pet that I could get, and I have not yet done it. And I'm kind of missing out over here. So I think I'm going to tank him right here so that if... Yeah. I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. Okay. Especially if he's going to do that.
Fear incoming.
Might make this one. Okay, so he's gone. These guys might be trickier to, like, tank in the correct spot. This one will come next, because they alternate. Yeah, Brant, hold him right there. Yeah, nope. There's no way. As long as I'm not getting hit by them, that's fine. We were doing better last time. Gotta get into half. Nice. 250 Delver. You get a lot for the 11. So much easier than they were back in Argus. Yeah, Argus Family Battler was something else. Not a fan of those achievements. They're fine. I think people would miss them if they stopped doing them. They're a lot of busy work. I end up just doing it with pet battle scripts and a bunch of imported strats. There's our bountiful coffer. Lots of undercoins. That's the nemesis box. Lots of undercoins. There's the hidden trove from the map, which we finally got done this week. Extra gilded crest, more undercoins, and a hero track chest piece that I do not need. Extra spawns. Yeah, I love this. My brand's doing great. Tons of XP. He must be close to 90. Or at least it feels like tons of XP to me anyway. Is there anything else that I want to do? I did 3 out of 4 bountifuls. I'm kind of tempted to do the 4th one just to feel like I finished them for the day. Are you disappointed with the trinkets? I just don't think I need any of them. I have really good trinkets. I have a heroic astral antenna and a champion Nexus King's Command, which are kind of like some of my best healing trinkets. I don't think I need anything here. I think I'm okay. I have not enough undercoins to buy anything, so we're not worried about that. Oh, Side Street Sluice was the last one. That'll be nice and fun and fast. Like to have some reason to collect new pets. Yeah. Delve's trinket this season are horrible. Vendor is nice to sell to at the end is all. Yeah, I mean, it used to be really annoying trying to get a Delve trinket if it was your best trinket. But the flip side of that is now it's easier to get them, but now you don't need them. Small kitten on my lap, and he wants me to tell everyone hi. Give tiny scritch from me, please. What's the point of doing an 11 instead of an 8? It seems to be more Delver's Journey and more Bran experience, which are 2 things that I'm feeling very motivated on right now. So my Bran is currently level 89. It's coming right along. It looks like I've finally got almost all of them fully upgraded. And then I am a little over halfway through my Delver's Journey here. More crest too if you aren't capped. Oh yeah, it reminds me I can get another upgrade. So they're not gonna let me turn my ruined crest into gilded crest, and I don't know why. I'm like, I don't need ruined crest anymore for anything. These are all asking for gilded. Gilded, 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 right? Like, maybe they don't let you do that until turbo boost? Could have sworn it used to be a thing. One more delve, I think. Although, I'm actually going to take a quick break because we got an ad break running anyway. I will be right back. Oh, it's my boots! Oh, it's my veteran boots! No! Well, that's sad. Alright, I'll be right back. Okie dokie. Yeah, that's my trouble is I have LFR boots and I haven't taken any upgrades because they're rushy boots, so it's hard to replace them, but it's funny that I haven't found like champion boots from, I don't know, Delves or something, right? Like if I even found some, then I could start trading my crests up, right? Anyway, let's go do the last delve for the day. We may as well. We made it this far. Because, yeah, I'm 710 overall, but I bet you that's why. It's because my boots are 691. Man! But yeah, no, my belt's good. I replaced my belt with a hero track belt. Definitely not capped. Well, at least the good news is that I don't have to wait until turbo boost. Then I just have to find some better boots. Bank is so cluttered with dozens and dozens of warband gear throughout the X-Pack. I've been clearing it out every patch and just disenchanting and or vendoring and or catalyzing for transmog warband gear from the previous patch to make room for the warband gear that's new. Because I didn't want to like have to wade through Season 1 and Season 2 stuff. Oh, thanks very much for the combo. Them spare boots depends on what size you take. Oh, cup of tea. Oh, it's nice and warm. My hands are so cold. Alright. Let's have a little side street sluice action. Thanks for the combo, guys. That's nice. Alright, we have Flask still, we got all our buffs still, that's the important thing. Yeah, I like doing the 11s, because it feels really gratifying when you get to skip them. 89, yeah, I'd love to get him to 90, I think that would be really satisfying. Plus, it's going to give me 90 whole achievement points. Imagine if I was tracking achievement points. We'd be at 38,465. When did I get to 38,000? I thought it was at like 27. Actually, they've probably added so many that it's not a particularly impressive number anymore. I don't look for achievements for their own sake, but I do a lot of other things that tend to have achievements happen incidentally. So I need to get the remote teleporter. It's gonna be around the corner though. Or we need to find an ethereal gate. Anything good here? There's looking for flicker gates, looking for ethereal portals. 40k is what people consider impressive right now. Oh, so I'm not that far off. Does converting crest count towards the cap? I believe converting them up counts towards the cap and converting them down does not. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I may be mistaken. How come I didn't get my... Normally? Oh, no, we're better. Doing the ethereal gate skip. You would miss out a little bit on like the little tiny curiosities, but I think for the amount that you get, an excellent point was made earlier that the fastest way to power level your brand, if that's what you're looking to do, is to then do more delves on alts, because you can get through them much faster if you're skipping them with the gates. I don't think that passing up the gate is the move. Still waiting for a new DBM Figwig's voice pack. I mean, if Blizzard is going to eventually can DBM altogether, then maybe I should just not worry about it. That thought definitely crossed my mind. You know, it still works, more or less. Uh-oh. Oh, Katie, are you behind my desk again? She turns off one of my monitors. Hang on a second. Also my stream light. What are you doing back there? Had a bit of a loose connection. Much better. I don't think we're going to lose all our add-ons, but I do think that eventually when they have like all of their replacements in place, that things like DBM and Bigwigs would be on the, at least in their current incarnation, on the chopping block.
Watch your
did I disconnect? My stream looks okay, but my chat window says it's reconnecting. I might have missed something. Not for me. Alright, well the good news is that the stream is in good shape then. I was a little worried. Do we see any portals or anything? One nice thing about Side Street is that you can... Oh, there it is. You can see so much of the place. You can see so much of it. So it's underneath another level. So I need to jump off of here. Yeah, like that. Uh-oh.
Watch your step.
Uh-oh. Okay, this is danger. This is big danger. Use lots of buttons. We've got a Nemesis pack, and we've got...
Watch your step.
Regular trash.
Watch
And
your
we are in
step.
an 11. Oh, for heaven's sake. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm probably gonna wipe. Someone will have to avenge me. What can we finish here? What can we finish?
Watch your step.
I don't have a lot of interrupts.
Watch your step.
I can't believe I haven't wiped yet.
Interrupt.
This is so exciting. I guess that's the danger of jumping off of something and thinking you found a sick shortcut to the flicker gate. I did it. Let's go. This is why we're on an 11. So we can make fun memories. We'll leave a flower in your gravestone. Nice. Okay. Oh, I got check cards. A little bit of brand XP. Alright, come on, Ethereal Gate. Uh-oh. It's Shadow Clone time. Well, that's alright.
Spirit incoming.
There must be somebody out there that's really lucky where the shadow clones have only ever spawned already in the direction that they're facing, so they never figure out the mechanic because they never had to. That person's got to be walking the earth just having no idea how lucky they are. Somewhere out there. Oh, I miss the soundtrack in here. This place sounds nice. So aside from finishing my bountifuls for the day, which I apparently am doing once again, I could work on that family battler. I could work on chet lists on alts. I think I'd love to make it to 60 chet lists. You know, I'm thinking that the best way for me to stay motivated on that grind is to stop trying to get to 100 and just start to get into the next 10. So if I am part-timer, if I am 55 lists, then I should just try to do 5 of them so that I can get to 60. You know, like make a little mini goal. That sounds like fun. I wonder if I'm going to finish part-timer before or after I get the rest of the things I need from shipping and handling. I need like 6 more mogs. I like melting the mini-boss just as the red images spawn and they stand there not knowing what to do. Nice. Did I come here already? We need to get to the thing on the other side. Wish we knew for sure how to get Employee of the Month. I keep hearing people be like, oh man, we figured it out. It's blank thing. And then I never hear anything about it again. And I don't know if it was actually figured out or if it was just like a theory someone had. Because I've heard that a few times for completely different tactics. I'm just doing my 100 at this point. But, who knows?
Watch your step.
Who wants to be Employee of the Month anyways? It only lasts for a month. Also, another good thing about getting all my chet lists done is that
Watch your
then
step.
I bet you I'm going to finish getting part-timer before I finish getting all my miscellaneous Mechanica stuff because of just the sheer magnitude of that grind. So I could then, once I'm finished turning my chet lists into chet for the achievement, then I can start turning them in for reputation. For Paragon caches. And that might be a good idea. Maybe that's what I should be getting gear in my alts for, is I should just get them up to a basic level of gear where they can really smoke through their chet list extra fast. Because I really want to do a good job on miscellaneous Mechanica and chet list, but it's a, I don't know, it's a really, really, really big project. I think I have the stamina for it, but I don't know if I have the entertaining prowess needed to keep you guys entertained while I'm doing it. That's my worry. Yeah, Delves gear alts fast. Yeah. Although you don't need that much gear to do a chet list. Half of it's just like driving around or something like that anyway. But yeah, if I was doing delves, I could gear my alts fast. Plus, that would be another way to get more delves done for my delve meta.
Watch your step.
And I would be getting brain XP and stuff too. Plus, my curios are leveled up now, so that's got to be something. Then you can buy gear in the delves vendor.
Watch your step.
I think I should do just one alt at a time. And I feel like I should stop at 5, because I don't think I have, like 4 plus my main. I don't think I have the stamina to do more than 5 chet lists a week anyway. I think that's probably where I tap out. So we're ready for the last boss. I'm just gonna go wee. Oh no! I clicked off. I was just trying to click. This is what I get for not making macros. I was just trying to click off my my levitate, and instead I clicked off my 2-hour Elgari mana oil buff. That was worth 200 gold. Yeah, no, current season veteran track gear would be a huge upgrade for my alts.
Knocking back.
And especially if you're just trying to do chet lists anyways, that would be massive. That would be great. Side streets lose such a cool vibe. I do like this one.
Step.
So there's a knockback. I want to be a bit cautious here, but I also want to not run out of room. I don't want to lose to Geargrave.
Watch your step.
Maybe the old ones despawn or something. Four delves in, no map drop. May need to resort to the special this week. Yeah, I did 5 or 6 delves, didn't get a map drop, and then ended up getting it from using Shrieking Quartz to summon Kyaza. That was the only way it worked for me. Sometimes I think about collecting from an old X pack, and then I'm like, it'll be a remix eventually. Why bother? Yeah. That thought's definitely crossed my mind. I think that's why I'm putting more effort into collecting, or I guess one reason why I'm putting more effort into collecting stuff from current content, because I feel like it would be so much longer before we're liable to see something like The War Within as a remix. Especially given how many expansions they have to do. 3 more 9s before having to pull the trigger. There you go. There we go. We got our Brandon 90 buddy system. What is that, 11? Or 9? I don't know. I can never remember with Roman numerals. Nope, champion. Bracers. Great brain experience. Nice. Not doing anything post-mop at this point other than current, all the things farm, focused on old stuff. Okay. Let's go back. Let's grab... I had my druid out, because we did a chat list in her last week. I had my druid all set up out in Undermine anyway. So I can pop on her and do a chat list there. Easy enough, no big deal. Could also probably start sending some of this gear over. Hi Hazel, hope you're settling in nicely to your new home. Hello, thank you very, very much. Here, I'll say that in chat just in case the ad break. Gotcha. Something to stick into my war bank, and then yeah, I want to take an alt out and do a chat list. I'd love to do 5 of them for just to get to 60. I think that's probably the move. That sounds like fun. War bank. So this is my current. Here, let's clean it up. Current gear. At some point in the past, you could queue for mythic dungeons the same way you could for heroic. To my knowledge, that has never been the case. I could be misremembering too, but I don't remember ever having queuable mythic dungeons. Shadowlands Remix will save so much time farming animals a grind. Shadowlands Remix. I wonder how many years before that happens. Legion will be good. I need lots of stuff from Legion. There was talk about it when that other game was announced, but WoW has never had it. Alright, let me grab my chat list here. And hopefully we get a good one. I'm not at the point in my life yet where I'm being picky and I'm like turning them down if they're not right. Scrap is easy, side gig is easy, rares are easy, races are easy. Okay. So I think I can actually skip the side gig even. Let's do the races. 150 gold each. 2 races for jetless progress. Sooner or later, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna have to make a Mog that has the Chetmate jetpack. I'm gonna have to. For how much time I'm putting into this teeny little silly achievement, I'm gonna have to wear the title and use the jetpack. There's just no alternative. Gonna have to have it for Mythic Zeros? But at what point, what it separates them from heroic dungeons then? I feel like Mythic Zeros kind of have their own niche of being like a starting point for like coordinating group content, but you don't have to deal with the timer yet. And if you made them auto-queuable, you would lose that little niche. But that's just nice and easy. And then the jetpack race is pretty close too. Go get that. And the nice thing about these is that you can do your you can get your special assignment unlocked pretty quick, although it looks like it's already unlocked for some reason. And those caches will have veteran gear in them, at least the first 2, which is nice for alts. Haven't done the car races in gold yet. I don't think I did either. I don't know that I'm ever gonna. What do they want there? Oh, I didn't pick that up. That's fine. Just to have it. I've already done it for the week, so it would only be 200 resonance crystals, but you know, we get it done anyway. I'm not against 200 resonance crystals. But what I was out here for was the little race. That's what we wanted. And up we go. Goblins really take my license away. I'm still crashing into everything down there. They keep talking about how they hope I have enough money to cover my parking tickets, and I'm like, have I been getting parking tickets? One day the mail is going to catch up to me and Katie Stampwhistle is going to be like, hi, you owe 4 million gold plus interest. And then we'll have, you know, we'll have like a whole identity changing storyline. It'll be fun. Resonance crystals are like anima. I feel like I need so many of them, and you get a decent amount from weeklies on alts, but not everybody wants to do weeklies on alts. Although I guess I can't say, oh man, you don't get enough currency when I don't want to do the thing. I don't mind doing weeklies and alts, I just don't always find myself doing them. High quality blizzard trolling. Like Khadgar with his Apexis shards or crystals or whatever it was that he decided that he wanted a bunch of and was like, actually wait, never mind, I only needed 4. $4 million gold ticket. They can take the car. So that should be a couple hundred gold. Little resonance crystals. Checklist. Rares are usually pretty easy. I need to remember that I'm not out here for weeklies. I'm specifically out here for the checklist. So as soon as I can get the checklist done, I can move on to the next one. I get distracted sometimes and I'm like, oh, but if I do this world quest, it'd be 800 gold. And, you know, it's not true, but... You can usually, if you get a digging buff, you can get enough scrap to get your scrap objective done. In like 1 pile. You don't need to do 3. Especially if you can start it from the beginning. Although not if, okay, well it's 990 gold. That's a lot. How many puzzles have you completed in Delves? I'll take a look in a second here. Let's see. This is a really fast way to get 990 gold. Khadgar's a dad asking for too much, joking around all the time. Yeah, you know, like we saw him for a little bit, and then he's been gone for unknown amount of years. Figure out what else I need. Crystals 4, I think I bought most of it. Had to find during pre-patch. I still need to farm tons. Oh, you would hate to find out during pre-patch they need more. Yeah. I need them for all kinds of stuff. I think there's a way to have all the things show you everything you're missing. I think if you maybe mouse over the currency, it'll give you like a list. It's not always, the amount that it says you need isn't always perfectly accurate. I hope I don't need 244,000. Oh dear. Oh yeah, puzzles and delves. I got the 25 achievement. I didn't see 100 one though. Oh, there it is. 50. Exactly 50. Precisely halfway there. So we want to kill rares if we see them. And we want to make it to a scrap dig, which is actually behind me. $390K it says. Please be wrong. Yeah, because I know that you can use hefty amounts of resonance crystals at that vendor that trades you civilian sets for like earth shards or whatever. So the amount is reduced when you buy the sets with the earth crystals that you get from like the Dornagal rep, but you only get to do that once. And then you're kind of out of luck. And just shift click the currency and hit enter. Wonder if we get a Tyvan level achievement. We must, right? I hope so. I want a Bubbles mount. Or Bubbles Jr., because Bubbles is a, you know, Ripperoni. ATT is the most confusing add-on. I find it really unintuitive to navigate. I have a hard time with it. It's too much to look at. The way it organizes things is not always super easy to figure out for me. Oh, hang on. Another rare. I'm still missing. Oh no, I bought a lookalike, that's right. I needed like mend and match shoulder pads from these rares. They just never ever wanted to drop. Doesn't help when all the things updates and decides all the work you did in one zone doesn't count and now counts for something else. So you lose percentage. Oh, they like shuffle stuff around on updates? That's annoying. This is why chickens shouldn't drive cars. There's still people doing scrap piles out here. Like, I'm not even starting these. Goblin jetpack could be a cool mount. Yeah. You can get a goblin jetpack, cloak transmog, and then just like jump off of a very high hill, and then use like a levitate or a slow fall or something. Shadow Snake, thank you very much for the 2213. So appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Oh, the class cloaks from a vendor in Koresh used to count for Koresh percentage, but now they count for Mana Forge percentage. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like, I didn't know they moved it, but I know which cloaks you're talking about. For me, it's the string on top that shows where it comes from, and on tooltips spent months misunderstanding that no, this item does not open like a locket and contain other items. I think I largely turned that off. I found it too spammy. I found it was doing too much. Alright, there we go. Chat list done. I don't even need to stick around for this. I'm out of here. Why did my Shadow Meld not get me out of combat? What's the point of being a Night Elf? So I wouldn't mind really, well, you know, real quick, doing, I know I'm just here for a chat list, but I wouldn't mind doing the special assignment quest out here, because I think that'll be a piece of veteran gear for me. Might be a good upgrade. And it's just this one. A little gruesome, a little grim. I need to turn that off, but finding add-on settings is another issue I have. All the things has a lot of add-on settings. You can spend all day in those menus. Not every add-on does this, but a lot of add-ons will be very excited about making them super customizable, which is great, but then they sometimes go so far as to making the menus, like, not unnavigable, but like, sometimes more options for the sake of options is not always the best thing for most users. But then, of course, you couldn't remove any particular option because there's always somebody who really likes that particular one, so we make do. Okay, that was all I wanted to get this. 1,000 gold. Oh, it's an adventure item. I guess it's not a... I guess, yeah, it's an undermined adventure cache. I guess that makes sense. Coffer key shards. Current... Yeah. Still better than last season. Even the blue stuff. Alright, we'll turn in our chat list. I'm too intimidated by my giant pile of, class tokens that need to go to, like, the Isle of Keldanos to deal with them, so they're just sitting in my bag staring at me. Alright, that should get us to 56. Yeah, 56. So let's do 57. Should we take boppin'? We'll just get to like 60 for this week. That'll be good. We'll do little tiny bits. I feel like 5 in a day is probably as many as I want to get into here. Oh, my talents! Ugh. I don't know if these ones are any good, but I'm taking them. I picked these up just in case I end up finishing them by accident. Oh, I must have one from last week, actually. Okay, so they want me to do rares, easy. Scrap is easy. Shipping would be the next one on that list. Yeah, we'll do shipping. And maybe we'll get lucky and we will get a transmog. I'm missing... I have 32 of 39, so I need 7 more mogs from shipping and handling. And it feels like I'm never ever gonna get them. I know it's not how it works, but it just seems like so hard to get any individual thing from shipping and handling completion. $654 felt like such a good item level last season. And if we like trip on any rares in the way, then that wouldn't hurt. I feel like I get very excited about the dumpsters, but then they generally have like 1 market research in them and that's it. And I'm done with my market research. I guess it would be good for a Paragon cache, but That's about all I could say for it. Large pools of items can be rough to get the last couple. Stuck on the last water, archaeology pristine because of that. Ooh. That's a big one. 83 it says for overall undermine. I'd love to get it to 90. Although it's going to drive me nuts that a couple of the things that I'm missing are items from a set that I purchased, learned, and it just didn't grant me all of the items. It's like a bug that's in the game that there is no workaround for, there is no solution for. You can't even buy it again. Unless there's some world in which you can buy it like on an alt or something. But it's like I don't know, like 11k resonance crystals or something. It just seems wild. That it's just like, yeah, sorry, no, we granted this wrong. Oops. Our bad. And people are saying that they've given tickets, and they put in tickets, and the customer service just couldn't help them. I didn't even try. Hate that bug. One of the more frustrating things, because I remember, like, grinding the resonance crystals to buy the set. Like, normally you couldn't talk me into spending that many of them, but I was like, fine, I'll be a completionist, and then it wouldn't even do it. What do you mean? CS can't help. Submitting bugs means it goes to the dev team. I betcha they have awareness of it. I betcha someone has said something. Used to be wonderful and helpful. Now I don't even bother. I wouldn't be surprised if they're using generative AI to try and talk to people. I don't think I ticket for much of anything anymore, because like they can't really, at least nowadays, it doesn't seem like they can really do much. You know, the most I ever got whenever I had an actual problem that I couldn't solve myself that was actually being handled incorrectly was, that looks like a bug, sorry. Actually, no, they didn't even say sorry. They were just like, yeah, I don't know why. They couldn't do anything. Like, oh, well, that's weird. Tell you to log the bug for that reason. More bugs. Same issues, more likely gets fixed. Yeah. Maybe they should, maybe they should fix them regardless. It just feels like really excessive levels of corner cutting for an obviously profitable property. But that's how these things go. Where'd my pet go?
Better shovel harder. 1 minute and we are out of here.
Oh, squirrel squid.
Awesome.
Where's my list?
Ugh, not again.
It's so sad to see what has happened to WoW customer service. I remember the days you'd put in a ticket and a game master would contact you in-game and help. Yeah. And they would like introduce themselves with like their name and everything. I had some good experiences with Blizzard CS like a long time ago, but not recently. I would like them to fix the delve bug where all the nemesis spoils don't spawn. Oh, the nemesis spoils mobs don't spawn. Oh. Oh, I haven't seen that one. That sounds annoying. Absolutely no airflow. Perfect day for a race.
heels in sight. Honey, sweetie, baby, sugar plum angel face.
Had it twice yesterday on 11s. Oh no.
Dollface, honey bunches, you're my favorite driver. Just don't tell the
I remember when you used to put in tickets whenever you wanted to restore a character that you deleted and you changed your mind. And they finally got sick of us doing that and they added the character restoration feature. Fade feels nice to use in delves. Love making Bran take all the aggro for me. I like using it just as a damage reduction. If I remember. But yeah, that's right. Get enough scrap? Yeah, we did. I wonder if I haven't found any more rares. Usually you kind of trip on them in Undermine these days. I might be able to do 2 chat lists in this character if I'm lucky. Although, actually no, I could do it. I could do it. Because I think I picked this list up last week, so I think I could finish this one and then get another one. Doing the Sinkhole Delve for the first time all expansion, and it's so pretty! Minus the evil fish people. You managed to completely wait out the worst era of the Sinkhole Delve. You don't have to swim anymore, it's great.
Yeah? See you around.
Stupid water and bread pulling everything for some reason. Much better than they used to be. Oh, not the vengeful crocheters. I need to pick a spot where I'm gonna keep my cross stitch project so that it's handy. Maybe in my living room cabinet. I haven't been doing any needlework. But fall's coming, you know, it's chilly season. That's the right time. Oh, I was just picking up a package. I was all ready to rescue the goldfish. Alright, we're hoping for one of these 6 items down here. I needed 7. I guess it's just 6. No. No luck. No item at all. I don't mind these jobs though. I feel like I could do them for a long time. I'm gonna be still in Undermine next expansion. We're gonna be— no, I'm not. I need to finish anything that I want to do in Undermine before player housing comes out, otherwise it's dead to me. That's the trouble. That's why we're doing chat lists. I shouldn't even stress about their gear. They have enough gear. 1,000 gold's kind of hard to walk away from, though, for doing the special assignment. A lot of Mechanica to grind. Yeah, and I'm not even close. I'll get at least 1 mount. That part'll be nice. All right, I need 3 rares, and it shouldn't be that hard. Really? Oh, it must be a new world quest. I was like, really? Blackwater Red? Have you finished the Dark Fuse rep? I haven't touched it yet. It's intimidating. I did. I worked on it. There was a temporary buff that Blizzard did semi-recently that buffed all of the Goblin cartels, including Dark Fuse. It was the last time they did the Winds of Fortune, or whatever they were calling it. It was kind of overwhelming because it was happening sort of alongside Collector's Bounty and sort of alongside the Diablo collecting event. So it was easy to kind of let it get buried, but I did all of my Dark Fuse. I got the Dark Fuse to Exalted, and then I got the Paragon Cache, and I very luckily got the Paragon Cache mount. on the first one, so I didn't have to grind future Dark Fuse Paragon caches, because that's rude. So that part at least is done. Got one Mechanica mount, recently able to buy a second one, but I'm desperate for gold, decided to try and sell it on the auction house, and ended up getting almost 700k for it. That is nice. That's a lot of gold. I think that's a fair price too. Like, it's a lot of work to make to grind a Mechanica mount. Grind 3 different Paragon caches worth just in case. Got it on the 3rd box. Oh, like before you opened any of them? That's fun. 3rd box. That's unlucky. I'm looking for rares, and it's hard to find them because there's a bajillion silver arrows, and they're for like trash cans and whatever. I could do the trash can one instead, especially if I was willing to cheese it. I kind of wish that they would change the number of trash cans you need to loot from 25 to 5. Would be like a lot more reasonable and in line with the amount of time it takes to do the other objectives. You did 7 Dark Fuse Paragons for the mount. Oh my god. That's awful. Man, you must have lots of resonance crystals or something. That's a lot of grinding. Did it all within a couple of hours once I learned how to do the chest respawn bug. I think they patched that out. Yeah, I was feeling pretty good about my one.
Have I got something for you?
Would have uninstalled the game if it took me that many. Yeah. Isn't Dark Fuse very front-loaded? I don't think they make you grind all the way out of Hated. I think the quest line sticks you at least neutral. I don't remember grinding 36k for Hated. The trouble is there are rares up, but they're the hard ones, and this character doesn't really have the gear to solo them. So I guess what I should do is I should go hang out by like the VV Gooseworth Candy Stick-em-up area, because that's probably where I'm most likely to find rares that I can actually fight. 5 for Venture Co, and I'm already tired of that. Start at neutral, but the grind is really a grind. All the other Paragon mounts like the first or second attempt, so I guess the game decided to make up for it. It's so rude though, because that's like the... I would rather be late on any of the other Paragon cache mounts. Because at least they would be giving you Miscellaneous Mechanica. I mean, you know, actually the Dark Fuse one would give you Miscellaneous Mechanica too. I guess I haven't thought of that. I don't know how many... I haven't done another Paragon cache since, so I only ever got the one with the mount in it. Because what else are my other options here? 50 fishing, that's a bit tough. Side street sluice. That's a tough one too, although it would give her gear. Normally the rares is like a lucky objective to get. Normally I find them. Don't grind like a timberlog, right? Complained about Venture Co, yet I'm still doing the Legion ones. Yeah, the insane achievement was the worst rep grind I ever did. Getting all of the goblins from Hated all the way back by like killing pirates in Tanaris. That was probably my longest rep grind, if I had to guess. Unless I'm forgetting something, but that one sticks in the memory, and I did it a while ago. I do chat list on 23 characters a week. My goal is to get 1 Dark Fuse Paragon a week by farming the 2K market research as well. Modern Timbermaw's not so bad, but the original version of it sucked. They changed it at some point. Maybe Cataclysm. Yeah, I am not finding my normal ones up, so maybe we'll just go poke our nose at Chief Foreman Gutso and see if anyone else is like poking their nose at him too. I guess we can also check for the bird that's by the golf course. Yeah, I don't see other people here. I for sure cannot solo that, so I don't even think that's worth trying. I'd be faster off doing side street sleuths. This is why I can't do checklists very effectively, is I'm too stubborn to leave behind like one that's not happening quickly. Oh, 990 gold. This is a really fast world quest. I don't know where they're going in those boats. This is barely a puddle. I guess they're just partying. Alright, I don't see the bird up. I guess we can go check for like the crab that's over by the marina. I don't have an add-on that's marking the rare locations in my map right now, so I'm just trying to remember where I used to see him all the time. There's also, I never looted all the one-time treasures in this on this character because I didn't loot them on a lot of things. Why are all the rares down? That's so weird. They're usually just hanging out up. You best not be destroying my boaties. The amount of time it took me to realize that you could guide the golf ball. Yeah. Okay, I think maybe I should suck it up and I should just do side street sleuths. I think that'll be faster than looking for 3 rares at this point, especially because I could do it on a lower difficulty. We're not getting anywhere with this. Here, let's see if we can do one job. Oh man, the rug monster one loves to bug out on me. If we do one job and then we get our thing done, that's 200 resonance crystals I get to keep. Just because I'm thinking about it. Bring up the mini list, alt right click on rares. Add waypoints to all of them that you might need log from.
You did the job and you didn't total your car. I call that a success.
Maybe a misunderstanding. Anyway, I shouldn't need to do any more jobs for surge pricing. Take another loop over here. Maybe they're about to respawn? These ones are always up. I guess I just killed them on the... Maybe my druid was on the same server and she just killed all the good ones. Oh, it gave me one waypoint. I think my in-game add-on can only, or my in-game waypoints can only do one waypoint at a time. Yeah, not up. I've never in my life had this much trouble getting rares for a chat list. Does she have any current keys? No, not one. You have the other rare mug apparently.
You're gonna let that stop you? Fix it!
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, well it says 41 of 51, so I still... Oh no, that's Mechanica. Yeah. I don't think I've ever gotten Mechanica from a rare. My 5th Mechanica drop of the day. Wow! You're cruising.
Shovels down! We'll come back to this one later.
What do I need for these? Blast shell bracers. Scrap coil. Blast shell. Sometimes there's a shared appearance with a BOE, but not in this case. that tip chest and got our urge to surge done at least. It's not really what I'm here for.
Red hot savings here.
Alright, we'll just do sluice. We'll do it on like a 1 or something. I don't even have a key! I don't even have a key. Hang on, I know what I'm gonna do. Oh, it's not gonna give me a key though, is it? It's just gonna give me some coffer key shards. Although I got 50 of them. So if I do this, I have an idea. I have a plan. Because she should at least, if she's gonna have to do a whole delve, she should at least get a piece of gear from it. What difficulty I do the delve on is kind of stumping me. 8 would be ideal, but can she make it through an 8? I guess she can if she gets a portal. She's 654. Her gear is not so hot, but my Brand is decently. You know, he's 90 now. He's been leveling. He'll be there to help. But I'm just here for speed. Looking at in-game stats, I've caught 32k fish. Can't imagine the time spent doing that. I was about to check, but then I realized I'm on an alt. It wouldn't count for nothing. I would be surprised if I have any fish caught in this character. Maybe a couple for the derby or something.
We got dark fuse coming in hot. Lots of dark fuse. But you're the leading expert at killing them by now, ain't you?
Well, if nothing else, this has been a great exercise in getting a couple thousand gold. You like the new Spirit Healer shop set? It looks lovely. I dislike it on principle. I'm not getting it. They can keep their cash shop stuff. I have enough Mog to wear. I didn't mind cash shop Mog sets when they just did them like once or twice a year, but they come out so often now that I'm sworn off them. Even if I had the WoW token balance from like gold. I don't know what class this alt is. I'm a hunter. I'm a hunter. I think I could do fine. I think I could do fine maybe with here, we'll have 1 key. If I'm gonna try the 8. It'll be fun just for memories. I'm gonna try having Bran heal, not an 11. So I'm definitely under geared for this. But, you know, maybe we'll get a portal and maybe Bran will help me. 654, last season's alt gear. So it'll be fun. It'll be exciting. We're gonna have him heal.
Look around. There's treasure here.
I think I'm gonna put on Battered Aegis as well, just for safety. I think that'll be good. And I'm gonna dismiss my pet. Challenging but possible. Yeah, I think it'll come together. And I want a tank pet, which I believe is Sandy, so that I get an extra some amount of health, 5% max health. Yeah. All right, let's see if we can make it through. Maybe we'll get really lucky. We'll find a portal and we'll just struggle through it. So there's a boss in there. We're keeping an eye out for flicker gates, which you can sometimes see through the floor. Flicker gates are ethereal portals. That's not a gate, that's a secret treasure. And we need to be not afraid. That's a PAX 1 pack. To use our cooldowns in pretty much every pack. Feeling a bit underwhelmed by Mog, I don't really earn. Yeah, I find myself unlikely to use it. I haven't even wanted to put on any of the stuff that came with Midnight. That pack is gonna suck. That's gonna be hard without my cooldowns. It also doesn't help that I didn't need a food buff and I didn't even get Brand's food buff. We're not exactly giving it our best effort here. Oh, looks like I can pull that separately. That's kind of nice. I don't know why my pets aren't attacking. That's a bit peculiar. I've really gotten a bit sidetracked, haven't I? Maybe this will be one of the alts I get a little tiny bit of gear on. Because if we're gearing up alts, this is the move. This is the thing to do. Damage-wise, you know, it's coming along. Game has too much of everything. There's no need to buy when you get stuff by playing. Yeah, I don't feel like there's any shortage of Mog options that I have to wear. That's why I'm not particularly bothered when they add stuff to the or not. I'm not particularly tempted when they add stuff to the shop. Besides, the shop stuff always looks like extra glossy in a way that I feel like feels a little, I don't know, doesn't always go. Maybe that's just my coping. Oh, maximum health by 50%, like that. And biofuel rocket gear, nice. That will help. Is my pet taunting? No, they're not. Alright, well, let's have my pet tank. Let's try that. That's a Nemesis pack. I'm just like keeping my eyes open for the flicker gate. I don't think I'm gonna worry about trying to like do all the Nemesis packs or anything. If they're in front of me, that's fine, but... It's nice that you can jump off stuff as a hunter now and your pets don't feel the need to run all the way around most of the time. It's always a little risky, but more often than not I get away with it. I'm getting this checklist done today. If I'm gonna finish this achievement, I'm gonna have to learn how to prioritize the speed of the checklist over other things that I could get that are right there. It's just too tempting to be like, oh man, this character could use this veteran gear, or I could really use an extra 1,000 gold. Or, you know, 200 resonance crystals, sign me up. In my opinion, a little bit too much in it. Sure, people who love spending money in the shop love the quantity of Mogs, but I prefer something smaller. Yeah. It would cost quite a bit of money to keep up with everything they put out on the Webcast shop, I think. Not insubstantial. Couple of doubloons. Alright, we made it to the halfway point. I think this is going fine. We're probably going to finish the delve normally. I haven't found my gate yet, but at this point it might be faster just to do it the old-fashioned way. Is it time to talk about food now? Yeah, I'm getting a little hungry. I was using inky black potions in Koresh. Yeah, I bought some just for that purpose, and I'm usually like I never do that. One of these days I'm gonna make a pie. I got a pie dish. I got a ceramic pie dish because I had dreams of making pies in ceramic pie dishes. Haven't done it yet. Have to have dental stuff done next week. Need soft food ideas. Smoothies are great as long as you're not using fruit that has small seeds. Depending on how serious your dental stuff is, you don't want like strawberry seeds or raspberry seeds getting stuck in your gums. But banana's great, mango great. I love a smoothie that's banana, mango, ginger. You want a pretty good blender to shred it up, but ginger, little bit of lemon juice. And then sometimes I just fill it with water. You could use orange juice if you want it a little sweeter. But the main flavors are like the mango and the ginger, and it's delicious. I love that one. Yogurt, always good. Applesauce, always a staple. If I'm ever getting anything serious dental done, I always have applesauce handy. Oats. Oats and fruit. Tomato soup, potato soup, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese. Getting the crayons, not too terrible. Gotta be careful with them. Yeah, there you go. That's not too bad. Hope it goes smoothly. Jello. I haven't had Jello in a long time. I don't really like hummus that much. It's okay. I love Jello, but we'll only eat Jello, and that isn't sustainable. Alright, gear grave. What? What? Ow. Come on, Bran. I never found my flicker gate. It's in here somewhere. I probably walked past it. That's okay, this works too. Oh, you know what I should have done? Actually, I could still do it. Dismiss my pet. Hang on. Dismiss my tank pet. I'm a hunter. I have a ferocity pet. I can lust. I don't know where this stuff came from. I'm just gonna focus on the boss. Maybe I should try to kill some of it, so I don't die horribly. Fran, do you have any of those potions? Thank you. Doesn't really want to get it out of the fire, does he? Right in the front of the mouth, might probably be biting things. Root canals. I had one in the back of my molar. Oh no. The most aggressive thing I've had done, aside from like my wisdom teeth out, is deep gum cleanings. Those you want to take it pretty easy, but I'm lucky that I've never had a... And I've had fillings, I guess, too, but like I've never had a root canal or a crown or anything. Which is lucky, because my teeth are pretty genetically soft. They get cavities if you blink. It's one of the reasons I don't drink pop anymore. Is because, you know, people all goes, oh, you're not going to get a cavity after one Coke. And like, no, yes, I will. I found that out the hard way. You have one cup of tea, you put a little sugar in it, it's over. Doesn't matter if you rinse with water or use a straw or whatever. It's not worth it. Just give up. I'd rather have my teeth. It's tough out there. I think it's mainly like drinks that are acidic and sweet. Like I can do one or the other, but if it's black tea with sugar, or if it's like a pop or soda for the Americans, it's the acidity plus the sugar just fries my teeth. I'd have the deep gum cleanings too. Think that was worse than the root canal. Yeah, they hurt. They get you pretty good. Wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Didn't even die. This loot should be an enormous upgrade. Even adventurer stuff would be. What did I get? I got oh, I got a trinket. Oh. And a veteran warbound neck, which I guess I might just wear. Nemesis strongbox. Alright. As a kid in Australia, I always called it fizzy drink, although I hear most people say soda these days. Locally, it's pop, but if you say soda, people will know what you mean. More often, I think people just say the name of whatever it is that they want, if it's like a Coke or a Pepsi or a Dr. Pepper or whatever it is. Yeah, soft drink, you'll hear that too. Okay. Chat list. Done. That was the main thing I wanted, so that's good. Now I'm going to walk past like 4 rares on my way back to the hotel is what's going to happen. But we can get her... I'm going to wear my new belt. Actually came with a socket, which is kind of fancy. I'm going to wear this neck. And then also the trinket. I got a champion automatic foot bomb dispenser. 649. I'm never using this honey buzzer. We can take it off. I don't know why I'm lost. Hotel's over here. Oh yeah, look, a rare. Oh, well. Imagine that. Completed chat list to turn in. Oh, this gives you Valor Stones. I wonder if she could, like, upgrade some of the stuff that she got. I don't want Warbound Leather. Those are old patch stuff.
I have many wares.
Many wares. I guess I could have something crafted. I have a spark, but like, ooh. I'm here to make gold, not spend gold. So I want to actually pop back to Dornagal real quick. Can you find Zaibucha? Looked everywhere. I find it around ethereal camps, and it's usually glowing quite brightly. It's hard to miss if it's up. I've only looted 6 of them so far in the whole patch. They're not insanely common, and people might be looking for them, so you might be fighting other people for the spawns. Actually, maybe I'll do this.
I will do my duty. If needed, I will answer the call.
May we all find what we seek. In unity, find strength. Farewell. So many possibilities.
I like doing these quests because they give your alts a bunch of Valor Stones.
We are united in purpose.
And my alts actually need Valor Stones. 662? Oh yeah, that'll work too. Man, I don't actually have that many weathered crests. That's funny. Adventure stuff you can get to at least Adventure 4 with just Valor Stones. Sure. It'll help her item level. In the southern US, they'll call it Coke. You can get a grape Coke or a Pepsi Coke. It's a bit odd. That would weird me out. Like, I understand it's just a local thing, but that would bother the picky part of my brain. That's when anything we can post that we got we don't need. Make a little extra gold. You get just random stuff from delves sometimes. Threw me for a loop the first time I ran into it. No, we don't want that. That's too much. Oh, I got excited for a second that it was Miscellaneous Mechanica, but it's not. Who thought it was a good idea for those to share an icon? Yeah, what do you say if you want to order a Coca-Cola if everything is Coke? Okay. Yeah, 661. Got a nice little chat list. I'm just about to wrap up for the day, but I can hop on another and grab another one just to see what it looks like. That was my friend at Blizzard. A normal Coke? A Coke Coke? I don't know why Anthus is in the EcoDome. Couldn't tell you. Taking him back. Yeah, I guess he's got better item level than the other character did, because he at least got his delve belt, or his disc belt. I just want to see what kind of list he gets. Oh, this is a pretty man. That must be the Noble Garden carpet. Yeah, Noble Flying Carpet. I like that one. Be careful ordering iced tea. Comes sweet unless you specify. I remember the first time I was served an unsweetened iced tea and I was like, what am I supposed to do? And I tried to like dissolve sugar in it because I was a kid. And the sugar wouldn't dissolve because it was cold. It was just like floating around in there.
What you need?
Haven't had that problem in a while though. Alright, what's on his list? Scrap. Races. And I think a side gig is probably faster than shipping. Yes, we're barbarians. Ah, see now he's got all the rares up. That's what you want when you have the rare objective, but he doesn't have it right now. Iced tea can also come in the Long Island iced tea variety, which is a very different thing. Rather have the lemon flavored powdered iced tea. Like a big can of the Lipton stuff. We used to buy that as a kid. I actually know what I recently picked up was frozen cans of concentrated juice. I had like a craving for orange juice, but I didn't want to buy like a big jug of orange juice. So I found the frozen concentrated one, and then I got like a little plastic pitcher that I could mix it up in, and I felt very nostalgic about the whole business. Got frozen limeade concentrate. I don't know why I was surprised, but I was, I guess, like pleasantly surprised that they still make those. For some reason I thought that was just a yesteryear thing, but no. not for his checklist. Oh yeah, look at all these rears. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, like right where I can see him. I must have just had a bad shard or something on my goblin. I'll do this world quest and then I should really wrap up for the day. They still sell Tang. Tang. I don't know if I ever had that. I don't know if I had it where I'm from.
Blood sales in my town? I don't care.
Love the goblin vibes. Glad they made something like this. It's my favorite patch of The War Within, I think. I think this is my favorite patch of the whole expansion. It's got so much personality. It's got a lot of character. Something about all the things the other day. I can tell you the shard ID that you're on. Ooh, fancy. I love Tang to drink and is a powder on top of vanilla ice cream. Makes it taste like orange creamsicle. I can't remember the last time I had creamsicle flavored anything. There's a memory for you. That's very summer. I guess it was usually a creamsicle flavored creamsicle. I guess that was it. Like, it wasn't really in anything else. Did I get the, no, I didn't even ship enough for one objective. Or, not ship, scrap. One more scrap. Right around the corner. I'm getting to 60 this week. It's happening. We're at 57 of 100 chat lists. Oh, he still has the cans on him. Hate undermine, like the driving, not so much all the obstacles. Yeah, I get it. I get myself into trouble every now and then. Alright, I should leave him here. Thank you very much for joining me today. I appreciate the company. I'll be back tomorrow for a Friday morning World of Warcraft stream of some kind. Find something to do in game. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.